streaming. Okay, this is loud. Do I have everything I need? Yeah, I have everything I need. Do I have Dexter? Yes I do. I also have random clips from the actual Dexter's Laboratory. Perfect. Live chat, let's go. Let's do this. Alright, hello! Hi, everybody! Everybody's here. We're gonna wait a few minutes for people to get in. I said I'd do this yesterday if I was feeling better, because everybody wanted me to do this again, so we're gonna be doing this again. Hi. Hello. I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. I was kind of loopy yesterday. So what bullshit is Ryan done? I don't know what I can actually say. We're just gonna be watching his stuff. You know, we've done it before. Thank you, Carmo. Nothing specifically. Why does something always have to happen? Everybody wanted me to watch his Dexter's Lab video, so we're gonna be watching his Dexter Lab video. And I brought Summer and Scarlet along. Is there anything new on Star? I have to keep things a little bit down low on that. Hello, Maddie. Hi. What music are you using? This is Uplink. Yes, I can see that. Maddie, I don't know how you did that. I didn't get a fix from yesterday. Have you considered making... no. No, I haven't considered making a playlist. I have my water here. We have 58 people here already. Wow. Hi, how are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Also, Maddie is the artist who drew Scarlet there. And I brought Scarlet and Summer along for this ride for reasons. See if you can guess what they are. Are you doing a video on Lesbian Space Princess? I said I'd do it if everybody really wanted me to. Otherwise, I got more important shit to do. Yes. Summer over there was done by another artist, Ava, who is not here right now. I'm a little bit sick still, but I'm better than I was yesterday. Yes, Summer is the fairy, Scarlet is the actual girl. I mean, if he's still around, he's still doing stuff. Let's just assume that, okay? Thank you, the Goth Jedi. I hope so, too. Hello, Dashi. Dashi also voices Scarlet. Are we watching some stuff? We watching some stuff. We're at 89. What cartoon is the screen? That's from Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. Ryan doesn't like that one very much. So let's gonna open that. Okay. And so the first thing, let me get the stream set up correctly. Not Firefox. Let's see, media player. I think is what we're going for here. Yes, except the media player should be here. Okay, I'll do this a little bit. Also, let's just say that Summer and Scarlet are also here for copyright protection because Ryan likes to let his clips linger forever. to the point where I don't know how any of the videos on the Stargiant archive are on the Stargiant archive. So, if you guys are wondering why Scarlet and Summer are here, that's one of the reasons. Through investigation, we actually have a lot of trivia. Anyway, this video here, the Dexter's Lab video, was a video that was so bad that Ryan himself deleted it because he kept getting so much goddamn backlash on his Dexter's Lab video. It's one of the few real CN64 videos that had not been archived. Because he deleted it long before he vamoosed. This is the soundtrack to Uplink. Mr. Thank you, Dorothy O'Humdrum. And thank you, the Goth Jedi. There are still 2 other Stargiant, hello, Grace! By the way, Grace isn't feeling so well, so everyone give her sympathy. There are 2 other CN64 episodes that Ryan made that are still missing that we're trying to find. Ryan himself actually doesn't have them. They're the Mike Lou and Og video and the Powerpuff Girls original video. We don't know why the original video, the Powerpuff Girls video, was deleted. He says that the Mike Lou and Og video was taken down, quote-unquote, for copyright infringement before it was even public. And he does that all the time, showing a screenshot that the video has like 700 views, so that's legitimately not possible what he says. Also, I don't believe him because all of the episodes of Mike Lou and Og are literally fully available on YouTube. I don't know how you would get copyright struck for Mike Lou and Og. So I'm gonna turn down the music. First things we're gonna do is we're gonna test the audio here so you guys can hear it.
Yes.
Okay, that's really quiet.
Saturdays are made for dads and Dad's car.
Does that sound okay? What was that soundtrack? That was the Uplink soundtrack. I'll probably actually still do it, just very, very low on that one. Okay. Video sounds good. Ryan might... Well, if he's going up and down, we'll deal with that as we deal with that. Okay. So, let's go!
Ah, yes! Saturdays are made for dad.
So, fun fact, this clip is here because Ryan wanted to get this video up on a Saturday specifically. According to the editor. And I have no idea why he was so obsessed with doing that. He has this really weird peculiarity for dates that we'll see in a couple of the other videos that I got today.
And Dad's car.
That's not a funny opening, though. It's actually a little loud on my end.
Alright.
Actually, now it's quiet on my end. Perfect. Somebody can't audio balance properly. Okay. I have to turn off the music completely. Okay, my music is off completely. Let's do this.
For Cartoon Network 64, we're going to be having a new editor for this series. I know that we're 4 episodes into this marathon, but right now I'm bringing along a new editor. Say
Oh, hello, Phoenix Star YT. Okay.
hello to Phoenix Star, who, if all goes well, he will be my editor for the entirety of Cartoon Network 64.
Foreshadowing. Things did not go all well. Even before I even before I got involved, things did not go well.
And let's just say the first thing that he's editing for me is going to be one of my more controversial choices.
Oh, you gotta know that it's bad if Ryan up front knows that what he's doing is controversial. But because it's not Ryan, I'm not going to be trying too hard to criticize the editing.
If there's one thing that I was aware that was going to happen to me during this marathon, it was that I was going to run into shows that a lot of people like that I was not going to be a fan of.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
However, I wasn't expecting this to happen so soon.
Really?
Now,
Okay.
I love Dexter's Laboratory. I think it's a good show.
That's not what the review is going to communicate, by the way.
Actually, let me correct myself. I used to love this show.
Okay.
I used to think this was a good show. Because, oh boy, this is just a miserable piece of shit.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad. So yeah, Ryan's got a very interesting, very unpopular opinion. I mean, it's like I can understand somebody not liking Dexter's Laboratory. I mean, with how even despite how influential and important that it is, everyone's got opinions. It's all about how you justify them. I like Lloyd in Space, and nobody else in history actually likes Lloyd in Space. So, let's go.
It's one of those shows that almost
I love the show except everything about it. Exactly. Thank you. This is the Clarence video. Yeah, pretty much.
everything in it is wrong, except for the animation. Yeah, that's like one of the very few positives I can say out of the get-go. The animation and the background music are very good.
The animation and the background music. If we're talking about the original series, I mean, it's good animation and it's good stylistically, but Dexter's Lab was never a standout in either of them.
There's more good, but that's for later. Did you ever list a bunch of qualities that you hate in the real world or even for a show at random?
What? Okay, okay, already. Let's hear what he had to say again because I have no idea what he said.
Say out of the get-go. The animation and the background music are very good. There's more good, but that's for later. Did you ever list a bunch of qualities that you hate in the real world or even for a show at random?
Did you ever list a bunch of qualities for a show that you hate in the real world? What? Favorite Mario game is Super Mario Brothers 3. Did you ever list a bunch of qualities that you hate in the real world? What? Oh, proofreading isn't optional. Proofreading, please.
And that you would be pissed off if someone made a show on everything that you hate? Well, that's Dexter's Laboratory. And yet this show came out before I was born.
Okay, like, what? Okay, the point is even
In the real world or even for a
One more time, I need to hear the whole thing. I need to hear this entire word salad.
very few positives I can say out of the get-go. The animation and the background music are very good. There's more good, but that's for later. Did you ever list a bunch of qualities that you hate in the real world or even for a show at random? And that you would be pissed off if someone made a show on everything that you hate? Well, that's Dexter's Laboratory.
Okay, so what I think he's trying to say, in the most word salad broken brain way possible, could you imagine a show that had every trait that you hate? I also hear that this video really rips off my Cat Dog Nickelodeon review. I haven't seen that video in 5 years, so you're gonna have to beat me to the punch on that one. I know it comes from the same place. I like Cat Dog as a kid, but I don't as an adult. Should we mention that his editor used blurs? Oh yeah, Maddie, we absolutely should. This video uses blurs! This video uses blurs, Ryan! Why does it use blurs? You said you hated blurs! Or were you lying to spite somebody? That can't be possible because, as you stated in that same video, you hate liars. Good catch.
And yet this show came out before I was born.
Okay, so what Ryan is saying is that apparently Dexter's Lab was made specifically to spite him, and that's strange because it came out before he even existed. Okay.
What's the show about? Well, people will tell you that Dexter's Laboratory is about an 8-year-old boy genius.
Dexter's age is never specified, Ryan. They never say that he's 8. Our good editing is invisible to Ryan. Yes. Thank you.
A show on everything that you hate? Well, that's Dexter's Laboratory. And yet this show came out before I was born. What's the show about? Well, people will tell you that Dexter's Laboratory is about an 8-year-old boy genius named Dexter who has a lab that neither of his parents ever noticed.
Okay.
Except for his sister
Ryan is the Christian. Yes.
going to the lab saying her catchphrase,
Ooh, what does this button do?
and all kinds of funny, wacky hijinks pursue.
What is with the footage quality here? Like this is a TV rip. Like, for a lot of the shows that I had, I did have lower quality episodes to work with, like Robot Jones. So you know what I didn't do? I didn't put those in the video. I stayed with the quality. I stayed with the highest quality I had. Yeah, I don't care about the Boomerang logo. I just care that it looks like a VHS.
And that's what people claim. In reality, this show is two assholes being assholes to each other and to the world around them.
Have you ever watched a show about Bugs Bunny?
And one of the most annoying characters that I have ever dealt with.
That you have dealt with. That you have dealt with. What, is this a Nostalgia Critic skit where Dee Dee is going to come out of the TV and annoy you?
So we're going to start this review talking about Dee Dee. My god, fuck this character. In animation, there's this cliche where this older sister is annoying and abusive to her younger brother.
In this cliche. Cliches exist for a reason, Ryan. You're going to need a better critique than that.
You've seen this pretty much throughout the 2000s. Most notable on the Disney Channel live-action sitcoms.
Oh, you mean like Lizzie McGuire, where the older sister was tormented by her younger brother Gordy? Like, sibling rivalry is a thing, Ryan. It's a thing. Siblings fight and piss each other off, and like in my family, they got plenty of punches in on me, I got plenty of punches in on them. And all of this makes me very hesitant to believe your claims about your own brother, Ryan, because you think that siblings acting anything other than angelic towards each other is abuse.
But animation has had its fair shares of atrocities.
Ha 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 ha
The Buzz on Maggie, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee, The Mighty Bee, and even My Little Pony Friendship is Magic in its pre-Starlight Glimmer era had Twilight constantly be abusive to Spike.
Spike and Twilight aren't brother and sister. They're not brother and sister. Did you miss that? Did you forget that? Is that something you forgot? I mean, there's kind of sort of a possible sister-brother relationship, but Twilight is not Spike's brother or sister.
But no show in existence had this problem worse than Dexter's Laboratory.
That is factually inaccurate.
There are two major problems to Dee Dee as a whole. One is being annoying, and two is being abusive. Let's
see if he can justify this complaint.
do the former first, since that is easier to critique. In the first
Oh, Lizzie's brother. Okay, it's been 20 years since I saw the show, so don't quote me about it.
episode of the show, Dee Dexter's Laboratory, there are two major problems to Dee Dee as a whole. One is being annoying, and two is being abusive. Let's do the former first, since that is easier to critique. In the first episode of the show, D-Dimensional, has Dee Dee spend a good 25% of the episode with nothing but whining.
I came all the way from the future with this important message, and he started yelling
And
So here's the fun fact. There's a reason that Dee Dee is annoying, Ryan. Dee Dee is annoying, so Dexter is annoyed. You know, you're complaining that Elmer Fudd wants to eat Bugs Bunny. That's what you're doing, Ryan. And here's the thing why you should have never done any of these variety shows, where you're going through all of the Disney, all the Nickelodeon, all the Cartoon Network stuff, because you need to accept a show on its own terms. That was one of the biggest problems that I had at the Nickelodeon Marathon. I didn't take a show on its own terms. And that's clearly what you're not doing here.
it hurts. Dee Dee has one of those voices in animations that just hurts every time that she speaks.
No. Objectively, no.
And this episode is a good example of that. If not this one, then the episode Dee Dee's Tale, where she constantly whines on wanting to be a horse. She even gets pissed at her friends Lily and Mimi because Dee Dee was being selfish. Look at her crying right here.
Do you mean listen to her cry, Ryan? Do you mean listen to her cry? Because we're talking about sound?
Why would anyone want to hear a child cry?
Don't answer that, Ryan.
It gets annoying as fuck, and many episodes are like this with Dee Dee. Even when she's not crying, her speaking voice gets tedious. Like the
At some point, this sounds offensive to the voice actor. I don't know who voiced Dee Dee offhand, but Dee Dee's voice is fine. And I've heard worse crying. Like the go-to is SpongeBob in the middle seasons.
episode Dexter's Assistant, where she says everything's smug. Yeah, I get Patrick Star did that once in the SpongeBob episode Patrick Smartpants, but one, his voice was more tolerable, and two, he wasn't as big of an asshole.
Why are we bringing up Patrick Smartpants? What does this have to do with the public domain, Ryan? I missed the transition.
There's Assistant, where she says everything's smug. Yeah, I get Patrick Star.
Okay, so we go from an episode where Dee Dee is smug, and then you go to an episode where Patrick is smug. Do you think that this is the only example that of a character acting smug, and for some reason, your 100% of your audience knows this example? Like, my God, I've seen this video before. I want to be clear. I've seen this video before, and I've seen it before, and I don't. And it's still making me flustered, because every time I watch one of Ryan's stupid-ass videos, I get so fucking flustered, because I can't comprehend this logic. His reviews are worse than your old... His reviews are worse than Mario to Plumber's reviews. Okay?
Did that once in the SpongeBob episode Patrick Smartpants, but one, his voice was more tolerable, and two,
what do you like about drawing art? Drawing art.
He wasn't as big of an asshole. And speaking of assholes, the other big problem with Dee Dee is her malicious intent to ruin everything on Dexter.
Malicious. I said in my video that Dee Dee is basically a force of nature. That's what you're supposed to see her as. And if you don't like that, that's absolutely fine. I stated that some people specifically would not like the show because of Dee Dee. Here's the problem, Ryan. You have to look past that if you want to review Dexter's Laboratory. And yeah, I wouldn't actively pick the word malicious. Sometimes she can be malicious. I want to be clear about that. But usually she's curious and insensitive. Sometimes she gets malicious, most of the time, no.
Yeah, a dumb blonde girl messing around with a smart person's inventions does sound like a great idea for a premise. But if you're a critic and have been studying writing and/or animation for years, you learn that a premise doesn't automatically make your show good.
Okay, so you need to study writing animation for years to understand that a premise doesn't make your show good. Really? Maybe that explains why Ryan flunked college, because that's like one thing you learn at level 1, and apparently he's still struggling with that concept years and years in of trying to understand the concept of animation. Dexter is the younger sibling.
Wayside had a great premise, but it's not a show that most people like.
Wayside had a great premise. That's a terrible example because Wayside is based on a book.
And the inverse is also true. What's the premise of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? A magical talking unicorn is forced to make friends.
This is also based on another property. These are not good examples if we're talking about premise. You should be picking something original here. Unless it's a point like the Lego movie.
Sounds like a terrible premise, yet one of the greatest cartoons of all time. What
Oh, he doesn't believe that anymore.
about Little Witch Academia? A teenage girl who fails at everything does Hogwarts.
I've never seen Little Witch Academia, but I'm meaning to, just to spite him. I don't know why. Ryan apparently used to be really obsessed about this show to the point where his avatar was based on Little Witch Academia, and for some reason he hasn't talked about it in years.
Terrible premise, yet one of the most beloved anime of all time. What about BoJack Horseman? Washed up asshole. Terrible premise. Amazing.
Washed up asshole is not the premise of BoJack Horseman. Like, if you want to get down to it, like, the premise, like, there's a lot of different premises to BoJack Horseman. You could argue that it's Family Guy, but there are actually consequences. You can argue that the premise is figuring out how much trauma really excuses your behavior. You should actually watch the show before you comment on it, Ryan, because I know you haven't watched BoJack Horseman. At least as closely as you should. Thoughts on the Redwall? I've never seen either of those. Sorry about that. Thank you for the donation.
An adult cartoon. The premise in and of itself does not automatically tell you the quality of the show.
No shit. No shit. I'm gonna run outside and I'm gonna scream, no shit. You spent a minute on this interlude to say one of the most obvious fucking things imaginable.
And Dexter's Laboratory is a great showcase of that. When I sat down to watch the show, I thought that Dee Dee was dumber than a brick.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, that's how I remember watching the show when I used to watch this as a child, but the inverse is actually true. Dee Dee is actually smart.
No.
It's just that she acts dumb.
No. I mean, her intelligence does vary from episode to episode, but she is like pretty stock dumb blonde in most episodes.
She usually gets what she wants. You see many episodes with her being malicious. One of the most notable examples is Sister's Got a Brand New Bag, which has the dance from Dee Dee that you probably have seen in the promos. It involves her annoying the fuck out of Dexter for the whole episode.
Did you get to the end of the punchline of this episode, Ryan? So this episode, Dee Dee does this dance and constantly annoys Dexter, and at the end, Dexter sees her, says he'll just see her dance, and it's like 10 seconds, and she's satisfied, and she goes home. If he just did that at the start, the conflict would have been over. Like the joke, like the plot was that, like, did you watch these episodes all the way through?
Including going 5 miles below sea level.
Ryan says that he doesn't have a great relationship with his brother, but considering all the other shit that he said about his family, we'd have no idea what's true.
And even into fucking space. And when she finally gets Dexter to listen, she does an evil grin. This is a grin of someone that is self-aware of what they are doing is awful.
Ryan, do you know... Number one, these characters are kids. Number two, do you know how animation works and, like, how characters are animated with expressions? Like, right here, like in this shot, Dexter looks pretty angry and evil. Maybe he's going to destroy the library, Ryan. Who knows? She's smiling menacingly.
And she does this in several episodes. The episode Double Trouble, Dee Dee literally says this at the beginning.
Let's play with Dexter!
With that smile, she's fully aware of messing up Dexter's lab.
No, that expression literally communicates the opposite. It literally communicates that she doesn't understand that Dexter would find that annoying. I'm gonna show you it again. I'm gonna show you again.
And she does this in several episodes. The episode Double Trouble, Dee Dee literally says this at the beginning.
Let's play with
This is the most evil expression that has ever been put on the little girl character. She is evil. She wants to destroy Dexter. Good God. Where's Adam? Crimson Mayhem? I don't know. I don't keep tabs on him.
Dexter!
With that smile, she's fully aware of messing up Dexter's lab. One episode even had her ride Dexter like a sled when he turned himself into rubber and needed to get help
That's a trampoline.
getting back to normal. Also, in the cloning episode, Dee Dee tries to get Dexter squished and killed. In Dim with Dexter, when Dexter becomes dumb because he blew a gasket instead of, I don't know, an experiment gone wrong, Dee Dee takes advantage of Dexter being dumb. This includes forced dress-ups, Dexter becoming in his underwear in public in front of a bunch of kids, and kissing a swan. It sucks.
Okay, number 1, that was a goose and not a swan. Number 2, Dee Dee didn't know that Dexter blew a gasket. Like, as far as she was concerned, Dexter was just acting weird and getting. She didn't know what was actually going on. And number 3, any sibling character would do that. Like seriously. I'm pretty sure it was a goose. Yeah.
That Dee Dee is annoying like this, it makes you wish that Dexter would just punch her. Yeah! Close enough. You want to feel bad for Dexter when Dee Dee fucks Dexter's shit up, except in half of the episodes of Dee Dee being bad, Dexter is no saint either.
That's how it works. That's how it works, Ryan. That's how it works. Like, you ever watch the Roadrunner cartoon with Wile E. Coyote? Like, eventually you're gonna start feeling bad for Wile E. Coyote. Like, too bad that you don't find the cartoon funny. If the Roadrunner wasn't a smug asshole.
In fact, at times, I hate him more than Dee Dee, though that's usually due to the fact that Dexter.
If you hate Dexter more than Dee Dee, shouldn't you want him to be tormented? That's how the show works. That's how a cat and mouse cartoon works. Like, this is a genre of cartoons. It is a genre.
Dexter is an idiot. I know what you're thinking. Dexter invented a fucking lab and several inventions. How is he stupider than Dee Dee? Because Dexter lacks common sense, which Dee Dee actually has. She just is more malicious. In one episode, Maternal Combat, Dexter doesn't even know how to dust.
He doesn't know how to dust because he is a child who has never had to dust before.
So he instead makes a robot mom to do all the chores. He can make a fucking robot out of metal and hot wiring a car, but can't actually.
What is that word salad?
Episode Maternal Combat, Dexter doesn't even know how to dust. So he instead makes a robot mom to do all the chores. He can make a fucking robot out of metal and hot wiring a car, but.
Hot car? Hot car. Can I buy that at a dealership? A hot car.
Can't actually dust. You know, one of the easiest things that a human can do. I'm not joking on this. And in the same.
Ryan, I have seen video of your room that you've taken. Dusting apparently isn't as easy as you think it is.
Episode, Dexter doesn't even know what flour is. And I thought that Dee Dee was good in that one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Dee Dee's the one who put the flowers in the bowl.
She actually fed mud with worms to Dexter intentionally, because Dee Dee is an abusive asshole.
The recipe called for flour. Dee Dee put the flour in the bowl. Do you need to go back to Cheap Cheap's kitchen?
One thing that I hate in animation is the genius kid blind to common sense. Jimmy Neutron had common sense, and Jimmy...
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't, Brian.
Neutron is basically this show done right. I get that Jimmy Neutron wasn't...
Oh, hello, AnimeToon.tv. Don't go there. I don't think it exists anymore.
Inspired by Dexter's Lab, more or less. But considering that the writing is the biggest problem with Dexter's Laboratory, I find that hard to believe. This is another problem that I have in the Loud House.
Oh, cool. This video is 21 minutes long.
Specifically
Why?
Lisa. She'll often be all smart and stuff, but then she'll be blind to common sense.
Isn't Lisa from the Loud House like 4 years old? Like, isn't that the joke?
Oh, she'll say something that sounds smart but ends up being wrong.
School day you miss. Your brain functionality decreases.
Okay, so Ryan, I know you flunked psychology, But there are things called multiple intelligences. You see, just because you can talk and breathe doesn't mean that you're capable of writing a review for a cartoon. Putting it more aptly, just because someone can play the guitar does not mean that they know how to build a boat. Even though a guitar and a boat are both made out of wood.
By approximately 0.0006%.
Which might work as a joke, except the writers aren't self-aware that what Lisa is saying is often wrong.
Ryan, look up the word technobabble in the dictionary before I hit you with a dictionary.
Not that Dexter is a saint either. At times he can become a bigger asshole than Dee Dee.
Dexter is a child.
While it's definitely rarer than Dee Dee being an asshole, it still does happen a lot. The episode Babysitter Blues is an example of Dexter being worse than Dee Dee, where Dexter has a crush on his babysitter who's 18. And you know, Dexter is 8 because...
Okay, I don't think the babysitter's age is ever established either. Also, Dexter's age is never established in the show as well.
The babysitter has a boyfriend her age that she loves, but, you know, still takes care of Dexter. Dexter decides to sabotage the relationship between his babysitter and her actual boyfriend. And when the two break up, Dexter tries to be with his babysitter. And when she says, if you were only 10 years older, Dexter ages himself up to 18, which scares her. And then the babysitter punches Dexter and then the episode just ends. No one knows of Dexter's evil schemes.
This show is not about its plot.
His words, not mine.
I'm hatching an evil scheme.
So basically it's like, great, now I hate everyone in this show. And do I
Hi,
even need...
Crimson, we're talking about the Dexter's Lab video, because everyone wanted me to react to the Dexter's Lab video. I thought this was going to be a masterpiece. I thought it was going to redeem Ryan from everything.
to bring up the infamous Christmas episode where Dexter ruins Christmas? The writing of this show has 4 major problems. 1 is being the 2 assholes. 2 is the mom being oblivious to everything.
What? Oh, okay, that's a new one. The mom being oblivious. I guess this guy's never watched the Rugrats. Has he ever watched the Rugrats? He didn't watch the Rugrats. It's sad. He should watch the Rugrats. It's a good show before they went downhill after all the movies and and it had SpongeBob syndrome.
Like the episode changes where the 2 become animals and the mom...
Oh my god, this footage quality. Phoenix, did he not give you anything? Oh my god. What the fuck?
doesn't know it's because she's that blind to her...
Thank you for the donation. Oh no, you're making me feel old. SNES is now 35 years old.
family. Or the episode The Big Sister where Dee Dee becomes a destructive giantess causing...
So, Ryan, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint here for the future. So, the word giant is gender neutral. The word giant is gender neutral. When it's an episode like this with a girl, you could simply call it a giant. Giantess is a fetish. Always. 100% of the time. 100% of the time, no exceptions. 100% of the time. And when you keep calling these child characters giantesses, it communicates that you have very bad feelings towards them. Okay? I don't know why I have to explain this shit to you. Thank you, Dorothy. But apparently, I do. Because, you've been on the internet long enough, you should know this. You should know this, Ryan. You should know this by now. And I'm going to assume that you do know this by now.
millions of dollars in damages, killing thousands, and is self-aware, by the way, has the mom become a giant monster and not noticing.
Wait, what?
Giantess causing millions of dollars in damages, killing thousands, and is self-aware, by the way, has the mom become a giant monster and not noticing.
Oh, so the mom is a giant monster and not a giantess monster. Okay. Thank you for the donation. No, I haven't. Also, the mom didn't become a giant monster in that shot. Who's doing this?
Here comes the cops. Uh-oh, bad guy. I think they got you. You kids clean up this mess
okay.
right now.
The only funny thing of that episode was the one guy screaming in the apartment when Dee Dee got him out. The third big problem is that the show for over half of the episodes don't have endings.
Do you know what a cartoon is? Legitimately, Ryan, do you know what a cartoon is? Like, do you know what a cartoon is?
Every time that an episode ends, nothing gets resolved, or they just have plot threads just sit there. I thought
You do know that Dexter's Lab is not a show about the plot, right? You do know that is actually an option for cartoons, right? I know they don't do this too much nowadays, but you can have, well, you technically do need a plot, but you could have excuse plots. You know, it's like, let me put it this way. So you're playing the Mario on the Nintendo, and you see the Princess Peach got kidnapped, and you're going on and on and on about how is this possible? Princess Peach is a princess. She's royalty. She should have a bajillion guards. How is this possible? It's called an excuse plot.
that it was originally just gonna be Dexter blows up the house, and the next episode everything
Thank you for the donation, Ryan. I wouldn't be surprised.
is back to normal, but it's more than that. In the clone episode, for example, all the hundreds of clones are still in the end by the end of the episode. Game Over has Dexter trapped in a video game, and he just stays in the game by the end. The big cheese, the lab rolls up. Dream Machine. Dexter uses a machine to help end his nightmares.
So, funny fact, the most famous Bugs Bunny short is called "What's Opera, Doc?" There was never. It's about Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny in an opera play, which means they have to be okay with each other. Thank you for the donation. It means that they have to actually like each other enough to cooperate to be in an opera play. But there was never any episode about them learning how to play in an opera. And we never got to figure out how they got back to wanting to shoot each other. Legitimately, Ryan, I don't know why you're so over the top about cartoons. Like, you keep trying to review them years and years on, no matter how far your reputation falls. Because you legitimately do not understand what a cartoon is. Legitimately. Never mind any specific one or any specific plot. You just do not understand them.
But he gets trapped in a nightmare for a good straight minute, which involves him being naked and being launched at by multiple DDs. The episode just ends then, with Dexter stuck in his own nightmare. I noticed that most of the episodes with no endings seem to come in the 7-minute episodes, which I get. Writing a 7-minute episode is harder to write to a complete story than, say, an 11-minute episode. But then again, Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry had 7-minute episodes for the most part, and they were able to end each and every one of their stories each.
No. Ryan, a lot of the Tom and Jerry shorts... One Tom and Jerry episode has them both waiting to get hit by a train, dude. like one of the most infamous episodes is both of them literally just waiting to get hit by a train. But they're fine in the next one.
Time, and those are some of the most popular and beloved shows of all time. The fourth and final problem with the writing of this show is its failure of comedy and direction.
Okay, you're gonna have a hell of a time justifying that one, big buddy.
It's amazing that this show is a comedy, but 75% of the time the jokes fail for being too predictable, painting the wrong character.
Predictable. Ryan, what? You don't have the right to determine what's predictable because you only watch like 5 shows on loop, and every single time you get out of your relatively small comfort zone, you act like this. You have no grounds to determine what's predictable or not.
Not well timed/animated incorrectly, and by being confusing more than funny. Like, there's an episode called The Laughing, which turns Dexter into a clown because a clown bit him.
You know what a fucking parody is, right? That episode, like, keep in mind, I haven't gone back to Dexter's Lab in like 2 years at this point, but that was a parody of werewolf stories.
An episode called Lava Story, where Dexter finds a dog, and because the dog can't speak, he makes the dog be able to talk. However, when the dog does talk to Dexter's family, they're cool with it. Not even questioning that dog can talk.
That's the joke.
Makes you wonder if A, the dog can't speak to Dexter's family, or B, they do hear the dog, but they don't care that a dog can talk. Even though that this show is more
Doesn't this dipshit like Family Guy? Doesn't this dipshit like Family Guy? Ryan, but Family Guy has Stewie Griffin, and it never really establishes whether anyone else can hear Stewie or not, or if it's just for the audience. I mean, Brian can, and all the adults, he can communicate with all of them, but he also can communicate with Stewie, and sometimes the adults hear Stewie, and sometimes they don't.
supposed to take place in the real world. There's an episode where Dexter goes to Dee Dee's room to retrieve something, and for some reason, it feels like Dexter is on a different large planet with aliens.
That... Do you know what a metaphor is? Do you know what a metaphor is for? Do you know? Do you know what a metaphor is? I hope you do. I hope more people know what metaphors are these days. Because considering all the poetry I'm writing, if they don't know what a metaphor is, I'm in trouble. Yes, it's called exaggeration. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna say this like might be the last time I do one of these, because I'm getting way too fucking worked up. I hope the people on the Misery Watch Party don't get as worked up as I do, going through Ryan's shit.
The worst episode of the show is Shoo Shoo Gnomes. I know that animation often has some kind of track record that each show is made by a pedophile, or that some shows feel like they had pedophile implications, especially in the 2010s. But let's just say that the 1990s had these problems as well. And
so here, like, play both of our videos side to side. My review of Dexter's Laboratory. I did say that the show had a little bit too much nudity, too much adult humor. To the point where it got uncomfortable. And I will say, the episode Shoo Shoo Gnomes is probably an actually good example of that. Because the episode literally has Dee Dee's feet in, like, a peep show thing. And I'm not accusing anyone of being weird. It's just a weird thing. But I'm not gonna say that it has quote-unquote pedo implications.
Dexter definitely has them. The show often shows Dexter naked, several episodes from all 4 seasons having like that. One episode he twerks his ass naked in the shower. Why? But no.
Why did you zoom in on that? That's not a good thing to do. Also, that's not twerking.
Episode has this uncomfortable notion worse than Shoo Shoo Gnomes. In this episode, when gnomes come in to fix Dexter's shoes because they get ruined, they make a factory of shoes and Dee Dee wants to try them on. So she becomes barefoot to try on the shoes and a bunch of gnomes get sexually attracted to her. This is literally...
They don't say sexually attractive, Ryan. They don't say that. They're shoe gnomes. So the joke is that they're really attracted to feet. Which, considering that I live on the internet, I'm not going to say it's not weird, especially in hindsight. This is probably the worst episode of the first 2 seasons, yes. But
what is implied. And the gnomes all look like older human men. Look at this
the gnomes look like gnomes, Ryan.
shit. I talked to some of my friends about this scene. One person saw this as a kid and thought that the gnomes only liked Dee Dee because she had big feet, but now that person told me that they see it for what it really is. You know, a lot of big people worked on Dexter's Laboratory. Greg McCracken, Butch Hartman, Jenny Tartakovsky, Seth MacFarlane,
Wait. Okay, I have to go back.
Dee Dee because she had big feet, but now that person told me that they see it for what it really is. You know, a lot of big people worked on Dexter's Laboratory. Greg McCracken, Butch Hartman, Jenny Tartakovsky.
Jenny Tartakovsky. Jenny Tartakovsky. Do you mean Gennady Tartakovsky?
Seth MacFarlane, Chris Savino, Rob Renzetti, and many more people. I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Schneider worked on this show.
We need those feet!
Why someone thought it would be fun to have grown-ass men be attracted to an 11-year-old girl's
They are gnomes. They are magical creatures, Ryan.
feet, I have no idea.
I'm not gonna say the episode's not weird, but you are making a bigger deal of it than you
And
think.
they literally call it saucy bits. This is pedophilia. There is no way around it. Oh, and if you
What the fuck? Okay, I can see why you got backlash.
want
Oh
more
my
proof,
God.
Yay! Boo! Yay!
I'm just gonna be done with this episode before I puke.
Thank you. I feel like I need to wash my brain out with Drano. Oh my fucking God, Ryan. Oh my fucking God. There's this thing called tack. Maybe you could buy it on Etsy. Oh yeah, fucking. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't call anyone behind Camp Laszlo a pervert. And I didn't say it was that thing. I said it looked like that thing. Okay, let's keep going.
So, you might have noticed I have been pretty negative throughout this review. And
Yeah.
that is because I don't like this show. But I did
Really? You didn't like the show? That's completely illogical. I mean, that's how reviews work. If the reviewer really, really likes the show, that's when they start being negative, right?
ask my audience in what ways I can make this marathon good.
Stop. That's how you can make this marathon good. You could stop and you can go away and never come back.
And one of the ways was to talk about both the good and the bad of each shows.
You really fucking needed someone to tell you that you should talk about both the positive and the negative. Okay. I love that fact too, Mac. I love that fact.
Even if I don't like the shows. Admittedly, that's
We were looking for it for years. You just asked me, gave it to you.
gonna be hard on some certain shows later on this list, but not for Dexter. Because there are two characters in this show that I really love. The first one is the dad.
Thank you. I will try.
Now, the stereotype for fathers in animation is that they are dumbasses that are not funny. I think you can make the argument that Dexter's dad is a dumbass.
Dexter's dad is stupid as every character in the show. Every character in the show is stupid. Except the geniuses, I guess, technically.
I found him to be very funny, like one of the better fathers in animation. If you don't know, many writers took inspiration from Dexter's
Oh my God, crop that out.
laboratory to make their own shows. Though yes, Dexter has aged like milk and now it's spoiled, but that doesn't mean it's
Dexter is aged like milk and now it's what? You don't need to explain the cliche, Ryan.
inspirations are bad, like Jimmy Neutron. I mean, Dexter's Lab is an important cartoon, being the first real show to come out of the cartoons block, though, as another site says, first is the worst. But not everything in Dexter I hated. There's something.
Why did you go back to Dexter dancing in the nude, Ryan? Was that shot necessary? Was that shot necessary?
About the dad that makes me laugh. It's more than likely his reactions to everything, or his mannerisms. A part of me thinks that Dexter was originally going to have a single mom, because I
Why do we keep getting this shot too?
don't see the dad in the first Wild cartoon episode where Dexter and Dee Dee kept transforming into different animals.
In a cartoon like this, Dad is at work.
But I am glad for his addition. He made me want to keep.
Oh yeah, he keeps bringing up, like, throughout the CN64 stuff, he keeps bringing up first is the worst. That's not an actual saying, Ryan. That's what stupid school children say when you reached for the kickball first. Because it's a desperate attempt to make you not want the thing that they want.
Watching Dexter. The best episode of the show is The Muffin King, because
That's a pretty good one. I wish I was watching that.
of how great the dad is. I mean, look how he acts.
What's this button do?
Thank you for the donation. Doesn't he hear himself? If he could actually hear his own voice, he would have cut out his tongue 2 decades ago.
Help! I'm gonna die! I'm being eaten alive!
Run, Axe the car!
I'm gonna bite you, then I'm gonna chew your...
Wait a minute, I gotta...
What's this button do? Help! I'm gonna die! I'm being eaten alive! Pronounce the code! I'm gonna bite you!
Why are two clips from the same episode played back-to-back different quality? How does that happen? How does that happen, Ryan? How does that happen?
Then I'm gonna chew your delicious morsels.
The thinking has finally come. La 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 la.
Oh, and as a bonus,
Also, audio mixing, dude.
this is one of the very few episodes that Dexter and Dee Dee are on the same page. They both have the same goal and are even working together to do the right thing. That's something that I don't see that much in the show. I think Tom and Jerry worked more together in their original show than Dexter and Dee Dee do in their own show.
Ryan, what the fuck do you mean Tom and Jerry's original show? They were shorts made independently of each other to be played in movie theaters. That wasn't a show.
I'm not saying that the dad automatically being in the show makes it funny. In fact, one of the worst episodes of the show stars the dad in a 30 seconds, or the 50s episode where there is a still image of an ad for 30 seconds. Imagine something like to shoot a ball in golf. You know?
Okay, what the fuck? What the fuck?
In fact, one of the worst episodes of the show stars the dad in a 30 seconds, or the 50s episode where there is a still image of an ad for 30 seconds. Imagine something like to shoot a ball in golf.
What? Did he cut something out? Did the editor cut something out? Did my video get corrupted? What? Like, what the fuck happened? No, it wasn't a stream. I guarantee you it wasn't a stream.
You know that infamous Family Guy cutaway gag where Peter stands still for 30 seconds
Infamous. I'm literally the only one who's ever talked about this, Ryan.
to do a karaoke song, and then does it again for another 30 that, but stretched to 3 minutes, and that being the whole episode. And Dexter and Dee Dee just stand there doing nothing. They blink at best. Like, even the worst Family Guy cutaway gags, all of the dad noises, like, none of them are this annoying and tedious.
I'd rather watch a third dad cartoon than watch you.
How would I make this episode better? Well, maybe keep Dee Dee the same, make the whole joke 1/4 of the time, but have Dexter increasingly mad by the end of it. Like, he can start off very happy, and then by the end of it, he's like, just shoot the ball already. Like, he can yell at the dad and make really funny animation
But Ryan, that would be a cliche, and you fucking hate cliches, don't you?
expressions. And yeah, that's another problem. In this short, Dexter and Dee Dee just have the standard smile. There's no funny animation expressions. You know, one of the advantages of animation is making funny expressions. I honestly thought that this was a fake episode. I heard about this one going in. I thought it wasn't real. But no, the legends were right. It's a real episode. But the dad is often more good than bad. Like the episode Sister Mom with this.
Give us a kiss.
Ew, gross! I don't want to kiss you!
And there's plenty
Ryan, you're gonna have to explain to me how you find that funny. I'm legitimately curious, since in that clip we clearly see that it's Dee Dee in Mom's body there, and the dad is hitting on Dee Dee in Mom's body. Considering what you said earlier in this video, you have to explain exactly why you find that funny. You have to explain that. You have to explain it exactly why you find that funny. Okay?
more examples. Coupon for Craziness
I am always concerned.
has the dad in a shopping cart. I don't know why that's funny, but it is, which actually is an episode that I liked even without the dad. The other character that I love
This is not what a PNG is. This is not what a PNG is.
is Mandark. And
Where did that clip come
honestly, he's a much better version of Dexter in every single way. I don't mean how the show portrays him, I'll just talk about as a character. Like, Mandark actually has common sense, and his mannerisms are better. I played the Dexter...
That's the character is always someone better. Mandark is I'm
Laboratory video game from the Game Boy Color,
one of them.
and that game is way better than the TV show. But I like
The Dexter's Lab game that you showed on the Game Boy Color is a reskin of a game that's not Dexter's Lab.
Mandark in that game, and the show at least makes him as good as in the video game. And not to mention that Mandark in the actual...
What the fuck, Ryan? What the fuck do you mean that the show makes Mandark as good as he was in the video game? The video game is an adaptation. You're getting the adaptation and the original backwards. Oh my god.
The Game Boy Color, and that game is way better than the TV show. But I like Mandark in that game, and the show at least makes him as good as in the video game. And not to mention that Mandark in the actual cartoon has the better sister. Too bad she's only in one episode, Dee Dee's rival, which I don't get why she only got one episode. She was a fun character, and that episode is one of my favorites. Then again, Invader Zim only gave Tak one episode, so I guess the best female characters back then only got one episode. Seriously, just make Dexter's dad become Mandark's dad, and have Mandark be the star of the show, and you got a much better cartoon. I didn't
Is he getting louder?
mind Mandark's parents being hippies. Hell, I didn't mind Mandark's original name being changed. Now, the only time I took issue was the one joke of how they reset the name in Season 3, because we knew his name in Season 1. But other than that, or the episode that is nothing more than Mandark laughing for 3 straight minutes, I don't think I found anything bad about Mandark at all.
I find something bad with the PNG, the not PNG that you're using.
Looking back, I think I understand the reason why people more often
Anything you're looking forward to. Being done with this. Thank you for the donation, yes.
than not ask dumb questions like, how did the parents never notice the lab? Or, how did Dexter at the age of 8 or younger build a giant-ass lab without anyone noticing? I mean, one episode it's discovered that
Okay, you're gonna have to...
people more often than not ask episode that is nothing more than Mandark laughing for 3 straight minutes. I don't think I found anything
Mandark was legitimately evil in the first 2 seasons.
bad about Mandark at all. Looking back, I think I understand the reason why people more often than not ask dumb questions like, how did the parents never notice the lab? Or, how did Dexter at the age of 8 or younger build a giant-ass lab without anyone noticing? I mean, one episode
People don't ask those questions, Ryan, because they're not as stupid as you are.
discovered that Dexter had an older version of the lab when he was like 4, and there was a bunch of abandoned robots apparently. Or more dumb questions like, why is
I love Lab of the Lost. It's the best episode. Thank you for the donation. Yes, Ryan wants Dexter's Lab to not be about Dexter's Lab.
the electric bill not that high? Or, how can the lab
You showed the episode that did showcase why the electric bill was actually high.
that big fit into everything? It's kind of like on the lines of Cat Dog, like, how do Cat Dog go to the bathroom? Because these questions are more interesting than the show in of themselves.
I don't think that whether my cat dog video was good or bad or whatever. I don't think I ever questioned how the two of them use the bathroom because it's really not important. Like, this kind of stupidity is something that legitimately does tick me off. Because when I do plan and write stories, I do tend to use fantastical premises that are high concept. And because the internet is full of snark and morons like this, is like, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? Like, what the fuck caused the Groundhog Day loop in Groundhog Day? Why is nobody putting a stop to the Truman Show? It's a human rights violation. Like, it annoys me to no end. It really does.
Or rather, are better than the show in the
And I hate that I used to be a part of that a decade and a half ago.
itself. I mean, I don't get bothered by these things because they're
You do. Stop fucking lying.
not important to the show, so I don't really need an answer, and they never bothered me.
Stop lying.
If there's a question that I do want an answer to, it's why Dexter doesn't tell his parents on the lab. This isn't something like Fairy Odd Parents where they explicitly stated in the first episode that if Timmy revealed his fairies to his parents, then the fairies will go away forever.
So, here's the thing. Dexter is a child, and childs aren't the most logical creatures on the planet, Ryan. I have not gotten a chance to see the movie yet. I want to.
Even though, yes, the show did forget that rule in its later seasons.
Hi, weird kids with wings. Time to fix the fridge. And by fix it, I mean weld it shut and drag it down the street behind my car.
I mean, it's not like Dexter's Lab doesn't come close to that question. The episode with the lab dog kinda almost did that.
How long have you...
There was an episode that the parents did find out. I think, like, it was the episode where the entire family got together to fight a monster, and it was implied that Dexter would really get in trouble for doing that. Also, this builds in a conflict to the thing.
You've been keeping this
I know you don't understand what the point of a secret identity or a double life is because you're a moron, but this is a common stock thing for a reason.
lab a secret from me. 'Cause I'm just crazy about Labrador Retrievers. They're such good doggies.
But I, for the life of me, could never figure out the answer. Maybe it's because if Dexter showed that he was great at inventing all of this stuff, the parents would force Dexter to do more shit, or he would be forced to pay for all this, or would be forced to shut down forever. Remember, I watched every single episode for this review.
Okay. I'm gonna have to stop you right fucking here, dude. You have all of the episodes right here. Right here. As far as I can tell, you got the movie. This is all of season 1. I don't know what the what's his name music video has to do with anything. You even got root removal, and you got this folder here that presumably has seasons 2 through 4. Did you not give these to your editor? Like, did you have them and not give them? Like, I get that these are all 480p. There's only so much you could do, but like this alone is probably enough to work with.
And I, for the life of me, could not figure out an answer. And that's one question that I'm bothered never got an answer. Hell, you
Okay, what the fuck?
to shut down forever? Remember, I watched every single episode for this review, and I, for the life of me, could not figure out an answer. And that's one question that I'm bothered never got an answer.
You'd have to ask Phoenix about that.
Hell, you'd think with how much of a sadist Dee Dee is, she would blackmail Dexter with the notion that she would tell mom and dad about the lad if she didn't get away.
Okay, so Dee Dee, like, Dexter doesn't tell his parents because he's afraid he's gonna get in trouble, and I guess they'll take the lab away. Dee Dee doesn't tell the parents either, because if they take the lab away, she doesn't get a place to play.
Which, oh, by the way, she did for multiple episodes try to blackmail Dexter in that. I mean, she tells on mom and dad on much smaller things as well. A lot of people like to claim that Dexter's Lab went into seasonal rot, and I don't agree with that.
Then you're a fucking idiot.
I don't think the show went into seasonal rot
This is a season 2 episode.
because in order for a show to go into seasonal rot, your show needs to be good at first.
No, that is completely inaccurate. Season 2, where they bumped up the animation of problem solvers, is worse than season 1.
And I honestly don't think Dexter's Lab was ever consistently good. Sure, I liked it as a kid, but I'm talking about now. I just can't find anything good about the show.
Then why did you like it as a kid? Learn what introspection means.
It had good episodes, sure, but for a majority of the show, like 85% of it, I just couldn't get into the show.
Okay.
Speaking of unpopular opinions, I do also think the later seasons get a little bit of flack. Sure, they're not good either, but I wouldn't call them the worst things in the world.
Why?
They're just lazy at worst.
Did you not see the episode about the chicken? Did you not see Chicken Scratch? Did you not see Chicken Scratch?
In fact, I actually do prefer the animation in seasons 3 and 4 more
Oh, from which episode? Because they're all different.
than seasons 1 and 2. Something about the animation in the later seasons, especially the character designs, just look better to me. But if you want
They're too clean. That's the problem.
my advice on what to watch of this show, season 2, for about like half of it, is the only season really worth watching. All 4 seasons have good episodes, but there are much more bad episodes than good episodes. Season 1 is the worst season of the show for how annoying and cruel it is.
Oh, it's cruel.
Season 2 is the best season for that there is less annoyance and cruelty. Seasons 3 and
Oh my god.
much more bad episodes than good episodes. Season 1 is the worst season of the show for how annoying and cruel it is.
Season 1 is the worst season of the show for how cruel it is. How did you pass 6th grade English? Like, I pitch bend words all the time in my writing, and I don't communicate like this. Like, season 1 is the worst because it's the most cruel. Like, that is the human being way of communicating.
Season 2 is the best season for that there is less annoyance and cruelty.
Season 2 is the best season for that there is less cruelty. I know that the word because is kind of a cliche, but you can use it.
Seasons 3 and 4 are in the middle because they're just boring.
See, you can use it. You can use the word because. Oh my god, he actually knows that one.
And no, I don't know if season 3 or 4 is better. They're kind of the same to me.
4 is worse.
And I hate to say this, and I know I'm going to get some flack for this, but Johnny Test is a better cartoon than Dexter.
Okay, this is a mindfuck. Why has Johnny Test got the Nickelodeon bumper? Can somebody please explain that one to me? Why is Johnny Test on Nickelodeon? Where in the world did that happen? Where in the world is the big Cartoon Network show on Nickelodeon?
Laboratory. Why? Well, because the voice acting is more tolerable, the characters are less assholes, but more importantly, Johnny Test knew how to end fucking
Obviously, but like that's a mindfuck.
episodes. Actually, no, they realized that endings weren't optional. If I honestly did a top 10 worst cartoons,
You know what else Johnny Test realized? Johnny Test realized that you could take the exact same plot where all of the characters are racing and do it 50 fucking times. I have to review Johnny Test at some point because I have to rant about that, how they made the same exact episode like 10 times.
of the 1990s, I honestly would put Dexter's Laboratory on that list.
Like, how did he get as far as he did? Like I know that he got 70,000 subscribers by stealing content, including mine. How did he not get cast out of the venue like as soon as he opened his mouth and started speaking on his own volition?
It's not as bad as Stressed Eric or even The Wacky World of Tex Avery.
You've never seen either of those shows yourself, I guarantee it.
Or any of the 90s Gross Out
You are not an extension of me, and I hate that you ever acted like one.
shows, but other than that, I can't think of any 90s cartoon worse than this one.
Because you don't watch shows that came out before you were born.
I honestly thought that this show was going to be fun. I thought it would have been a cult classic that I say I wouldn't get the hate.
Do you know what the meaning of cult classic is? Cult classic isn't something that's really, really popular. Like, definitionally, a cult classic is something that bombed, that was not liked, but people love it in hindsight. Like, the go-to example for a cult classic is Rocky Horror Picture Show. People absolutely adore that movie, but when it was originally released, it didn't do so hot. It only got its popularity in the intervening years.
For this show. But no, not only is this show bad, but it's even worse than I remember. I do want to get...
What do you mean even worse? That only means anything if you said you didn't like it to begin with. You said you liked it when you were a kid.
Some credit to Candy Milo, the new voice of Dexter, for replacing Christine Cavanaugh, because, damn, her voice impression is exactly like the original.
No hatred to the voice actress, but that is factually incorrect.
Dexter. You honestly can't hear the difference.
Again, no hatred to the voice actress. Like, she does a fine job, but the voices are absolutely 100% distinct and different, and you can easily tell.
Like, if you told me that Dexter's voice was the same the whole way through by the same person, I would honestly believe you.
Do you not know that there are
Why is there no drop shadow?
fortunes inside those cookies? They're 100
Why is there no drop shadow?
foot tall terror to mankind, made entirely of cheese. It is Gorgonzilla.
Oh, and that reminds me, there's a fan episode from this show. Like, I'm not talking slice.
Yeah, Candy Milo is absolutely fine at voice acting Dexter, but like they're obviously not the same voice.
Life from Milo Pony. I'm talking about an actual fan of Dexter's Laboratory writing an actual episode. It's called Dexter and Computers Get Mandark, and I found it to be one of the better episodes of the show. Like I said, some shows like Friendship is Magic reference fan culture, or they bring some kid on that could die soon, like the MLP episode Top Ball with Angel Wings.
Okay, I have to listen to that again, because what the fuck did he just word?
To be one of the better episodes of the show. Like I said, some shows like Friendship is Magic reference fan culture, or they bring some kid on that could die soon, like the MLP episode.
Yeah, they bring on some kid that could die soon. I don't know how you're supposed to word that properly and not insensitively, but that's not how you word that properly. Or what the fuck? What the fuck? Like what the fuck, dude? That is that. What the fuck? Like, please tell me he never reviewed the Teen Titans Go episode that involved the
Top Ball with Angel Wings. But here, a 6.5-year-old kid wrote an episode, and it's one of my favorites.
You are stupid. I didn't want a lot of Mandark said, and that's why
Why is the frame rate shit?
and that's why you are stupid. You are stupid. And don't forget.
Sorry if I didn't have enough time to talk about Dial M for Monkey or The Justice Friends. I did watch them, but I wouldn't know what to say. It feels like a completely different show entirely. Maybe I'll talk about that in the future, or give Dexter
He talked about variety shows in this whole thing.
its own animation review to talk about certain episodes? Not sure. This Cartoon Network 64 episode is very long. In fact, this is why the max limit became 25 minutes instead of 15.
Oh boy, I would love to see what the fuck. Max limit of 15 minutes. Yeah, try to talk about Adventure Time in 15 minutes. Good luck, buddy.
I was originally going to have every CN64 episode be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, but now I had to make it 5 to 25 minutes long because
And for some reason, his Hi Puffy Yumi video got to be like 30 minutes. Oh god.
of Dexter's Laboratory. The movie was meh, but the band episode Rue Removal was hilarious. Went from 5 to 15 minutes, but now I had to make it 5 to 25 minutes long because of Dexter's Laboratory. The movie was meh, but the band episode Rue Removal was hilarious.
Okay, Ryan, there's a difference between banned and not showcased. Root Removal wasn't banned. It was never made for public consumption. There's a difference.
Let a fuck.
Oh yeah, Ego Trip is great. The difficulty with making that review is trying to make the review without it sounding exactly like the Dexter's Lab CN64 episode.
Beats the crap out of me.
Oh, and to end this Cartoon Network 64 episode off, here's a clip of a monkey sexually in love with a duck.
Why would you do that, Ryan?
Yes, this was a real episode.
Oh, what the fuck is this music? Why is he so weird? I have to assume his mother ingested all the drugs while she was pregnant. I am going to use the bathroom. And then we're going to watch the next video I've got planned. Okay. Hello. Hello. My voice is a little bit tired, but you know. You guys are able to do all of the ducks without less. That is impressive. That is impressive. Okay. So I got a couple of other videos. I don't know if we're gonna get through them all. It'll probably be a very, very long time before I do this again. Uh, all of these other ones I pulled directly off of the archive channel, so it shouldn't be copyright, I hope. Summer and Scarlet, Scarlet and my brain is scrambled. They're here to help protect copyright because Ryan can't do jack shit about copyright. So let's do a quick one. This one seemed interesting and it was recently uploaded. I haven't actually seen this one beginning to end, but he did a short stuff on Fairly Odd Parents Betty Bye. Here's a fun fact. I did a YouTube short on Betty Bye. So let's take a look at that, shall we? For short stuff episode 2, it's almost 7 minutes long. About is that really what we can call short? I don't know when this video came out. I don't know the context. I just know it's the second of his shorty shorts or short stuffs. I'm gonna lose my voice. But let's keep going. Also, if anybody wants to inform me what this logo actually fucking means, please do. I think it's an astrological sign. Probably the one for Ryan's birthday because he's that egotistical. Leo, yep. Then yeah, it's his sign. Yes.
Hey, short stuff!
Have you ever seen an episode as a kid and don't remember how you felt when watching it?
Yes, all the time because I don't have a photographic memory, you piece of shit.
And then when you rewatch it as an adult, you have the same reaction? This
What?
is how I felt with the Fairy Odd Parents episode Betty Bye. So in this episode, Timmy specifically says this.
I wish everybody didn't have to sleep.
I wish everybody didn't have
Okay, so we're getting right out of the gate with my own so it's the exact complaint that I had in my own short. Okay,
to
good.
sleep. That there implies that the need and function for sleep in humans has been removed. Yet this episode still has people needing sleep. This episode makes no sense logically. I know that Fairy Odd Parents has been weird with its wording over the years, but there's usually a loophole to each statement. Like when Timmy wished for a shrink suit, the suit only shrank.
That's not a loophole. That's Timmy not being specific.
Gotta get big, quick! Of course! Mr. and Mrs. Literal made
Oh yeah, the Ouija Slayer avatar is particularly abominable.
me a shrink suit that only shrinks!
That's usually the gimmick. In this one, Timmy is very specific, gets straight to the point. So I don't get why everyone but Timmy has insomnia. This episode didn't really think anything through.
Okay.
Hey, if someone got knocked out, would they instantly get back up 5
I don't remember offhandedly. My brain is
seconds later since no one can sleep? And there are even basic problems still. When everyone stopped sleeping, were there people right away that tried to go back to sleep but failed? What about sleeping drugs? Do those stop working?
Yes. Yes, they stopped working, Ryan.
What about comas?
What about comas? What? That was a shock. You know being in a coma is not the same thing as being asleep, right? I will turn him down. Let me turn my own audio up.
What about comas?
Yes, what about comas? What? I didn't turn my voice down at all.
And I'm not done with the questions. Do animals get affected by this?
Ryan, it was the person who made this avatar a creep or they're a neo-Confederate gun nut. That's who made this. I can assume that they have the same proclivities that Ryan does, but I don't know if they've done anything untoward in that realm of their life.
We see some birds fall asleep mid-air near the end of the episode. Did non-humans get affected by the wish?
Ryan, does animals get affected by the wish? We see birds fall from the sky. Do animals get affected by the wish? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fuck. I am not making that up. I don't make up shit about Ryan's life. I don't need to joke.
In terms of the jokes that this episode tells, some are good, like
Technically I clapped, but yeah, let's call it a face. Let's call
Chester
it.
thinking his pillow is a marshmallow.
You're not a giant marshmallow. Oh well.
And I do love Timmy's failed attempt at staying up.
I don't even feel sleepy.
And even Cosmo's little jingle got me to chuckle.
Here I come, Mr. Fairy Universe.
But then you have jokes like Timmy's dad calling Timmy a geek for missing the meteor shower, something that Timmy would not have missed if his dad didn't fast forward the clock.
It's daylight savings time. We have to spring forward.
What?
I should have made this video during daylight savings time now that I think about it.
Why? What? Daylight saving. Now he's mentioning the other short I made.
But more to the point, you're supposed to fast forward your clock at 2 a.m. Ergo,
What the fuck? You're supposed to fast forward your clock at 2 a.m. No, that is when technically the clocks carry over. You can say you're like, has it? Oh, cool. Spam. Is cancel. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now that that's out of the way, like you're supposed to set your clock at 2 a.m. Has he been staying up his entire life to 2 a.m. to set the clocks? You could set your you could reset you could change your clock at any time. That's why the clocks change in between Saturday and Sunday, so it doesn't interrupt most people's like day to day as much as possible.
Timmy should not have missed the meteor shower. Hey Timmy, I know you wanted to have fun with your wish, but wouldn't it have been easier to say, I wish I could stay up a couple hours
Grace, just because you live in Arizona doesn't mean you get to brag about it.
longer, or I wish I could see the meteor shower. Getting rid of sleep seems excessive.
As somebody who used to have insomnia, no.
Get it. If Timmy only did simple wishes that made sense that wouldn't get him into trouble, we wouldn't have a show. But you gotta make sure Timmy isn't shown to be a fucking dumbass when doing it. The other issue with
I live in... Oh no, Grace, you're doxing yourself. Don't do that.
this episode is how Night is portrayed. They portray Night like it's some kind of lost paradise.
Ryan, you stay up till like 4 in the morning every night, don't you?
Also, I thought the disco thing that Timmy's dad did at first was for sex. Is he now gonna do an outdoor orgy? Gross. But more to my
What the fuck is wrong with you?
main point. Nighttime looks too peaceful. It'd be interesting if Cosmo and Wanda showed Timmy a fake nighttime world to make him happy. Because real nighttime life is scary. Like there's criminals out there that are muggers or killers with knives and guns.
Apparently no one gets mugged or murdered in the daytime. That just doesn't happen. Yes, it's more likely at night. But this guy's never been to an actual city, has he? Country boy's never been to a city. You know, like New York, which is famous for its nightlife, or Las Vegas. Like New York, the city that never sleeps.
Plus, it's very hard to see. And
So, okay, once again, I thank you for the donation. Ryan, I know that you live in the country, and that's part of the reason why you're so fucked up in the brain and so socially inept. But like in the cities and the suburbs where Timmy lives, we have this cool new invention called streetlights. Like they're pretty cool. They're pretty useful. You know when the LEDs don't rot and turn purple.
be cool if Timmy got to be in the fake one, but then he could have wanted to go there too much, forcing Cosmo and Wanda to eventually tell the truth. Like, Timmy would be scared then and say, I'd rather sleep than deal with this. And then Wanda could teach a lesson saying that nightlife is fine for some people and others can't stand it, and that's perfectly fine. That would
This is not a cartoon about balanced lessons.
be a very good moral. No, instead we get a nighttime life where a street cleaner becomes a transformer. Okay, I could buy clean the sewer grate and the stop sign, but why does water make a homeless man look rich?
It's called The Joke.
Do you think that was weird? There are these two guys, when they clock out, they become bats. Correct me if I'm wrong, but fairies are supposed to be the only magical creatures.
Thank you for the donation. Okay, I need to turn that up and go back a little bit because...
Look rich. If you think that was weird, there are these two guys, when they clock out, they become bats. Correct me if I'm wrong, but fairies are supposed to be the only magical creatures, right?
Pixies, genies, Santa's elves. Try again.
Like, everyday humans in this universe shouldn't have these powers. Then again, this episode states that Do is created by pixies. You would think that these pixies would do the do when no one is looking, but Timmy, Chester, and AJ clearly see them.
Go, 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 go! Awesome!
If you want to be pedantic, if these really are pixies, it's been too long since I've seen the episode, you could argue that it's vastly different than the other pixies that we've seen in the show.
I have no idea how pixies work as creatures in this universe.
I have no idea how pixies work. Why, like, oh my god. The pixies are a part of so many episodes and specials. They're impossible to miss if you're even remotely familiar with the show. Like the pixies are the antagonist in School's Out the musical, which, no shade to Channel Chasers, School's Out is probably the best of the TV movies.
They can be in fairy prison, and pixies can be used to try to become fairy godparents.
Let's hear it for the Pixies!
Wait, you're showing the short Fairy Idol, the episode where the antagonist is Norm, the genie.
Long gnomes!
Other parts are confusing. Wanda gets scared of Cosmo's super ugly face, so she puts some sort of metal mask on him. Timmy states,
What's with the attitude?
but like, Wanda didn't have an attitude there? She does it immediately after that part, but not prior. Wanda, when she did the, can we please sleep now, asked politely and yet at the same time look uglier than Cosmo, despite what Timmy suggested. Though Cosmo, yes, does look uglier than Wanda later on. There's also a random talk show joke. Timmy is only there to introduce the street cleaning robot. Why is Timmy on the show again?
Why do you care?
Well, since nobody can sleep and we've been on the air for 2 weeks straight and we've run out of guests.
So this thing only lasted 2 weeks, and you could only get 14 guests in all of California.
Ryan, 2 weeks. I'll go. Fuck it. Where's my calculator? Where's my calculator? 2 weeks, 14. That's 14 times 24. That's 336 hours. Can you book 336 guests? More than that in the span of 2 weeks. Can you do that?
where the show takes place. And this is
Math is my right as an American, Grace.
supposed to be a big talk show. Yeah, it's very clear that they didn't really think through this episode.
I don't think you thought through this review. At all.
Did they write this in their sleep? That was too easy of a joke. My favorite part is when everyone can sleep again, and we see two kids skating, and it looks
What?
like they can skate into the street now to get hit by a truck, and there are also the guys on the high-rise that can easily fall.
Why?
Yeesh, that's dangerous! Lastly, the Sandman.
You're taking this way too seriously, dude.
The joke of pronouncing his name is off for me because it sounds the same. And yes, rest in peace, Jackie Mason. So apparently he is the only one that can do sleep wishes. Why is it that certain fairies can only do specific things? Shouldn't
Because. Like, there's nothing deeper to it. Because.
every fairy more or less have the same powers? As much as I love the Tooth Fairy,
Doesn't every fairy have the same power? So, this show has this character called Jorgen von Strangle. He seems to be in charge and makes the rules of the other fairies.
Fairy's first episode, I did have an issue with the teeth wishes. Like, collecting teeth, fine, I understand that, but couldn't some fairies make some kids lose their teeth? A couple of years ago, I did
Couldn't fairies make some kids... I don't think they're allowed to directly inflict violence on one another, maybe.
the top 20 worst fairy off parents episodes list. The reason why this episode didn't make it on the list is because this episode's not offensive at all. It's just boring and stupid, which is definitely better than, say, the Pile episode, which actually taught an offensive message. As for Betty Bye, 4 out of 10, low C tier, it's just an average episode.
So you know, it's really, really funny when Ryan tries to make a quote-unquote short. He's actually able to stay on topic and not go on all these goddamn random tangents. Like, is that the difference between your regular content? Like, this wasn't made to be a YouTube short. This is just a Ryan Krulewski video without the random fucking tangents. Ay. Other videos. Okay. Okay, I got two other videos for you guys. Two other videos. Let's see. Gonna do the shorter one. Super Mario Galaxy movie. Ah, jeez, that's loud. This one, I think he used the theater cam footage, so the Scarlet and Summer definitely need to be here. I hope Mac took care of that at any rate. Yeah, I apologize. That's just the natural way of YouTube sometimes. Maddie, where are you? I think he already took a crack at this one. So I watched this movie, and I don't like this movie. Hey. Everyone can dunk on Ryan's videos in their own way. You got anything? I don't have any of the editing files from Soul. That video was made in 2021.
Hey there, my
Okay, audio mixing is terrible. Good.
Stargiant.
Okay, so this is something that you might not have heard. So he calls his channel Stargiant Productions, which would make you assume that his name, that his YouTube moniker, that his internet personality was Stargiant. He's actually very insistent that he is not Stargiant. Stargiant Productions is his production company, And calling him Stargiant would be like calling the CEO of Nickelodeon, Nickelodeon. So what the Stargiants are his fans. All 5 of them. And all of his haters are Star Littles. Because every part of his life is viewed through his sexual fetishes. Oh, hello, Timmy Turner. Personally, I didn't like this movie. Let's see it. But Ryan has this very, very fun habit of making you defend things you hate.
Happy Easter. On April Fool's, a couple of friends of mine and I went together to see the Super
Are you still? Yes, I am. Hopefully next month.
Mario Galaxy movie in theaters. And we had a fun time watching the film. I love the Mario franchise. Super Mario Galaxy is my favorite video game of all time.
Maybe I should play the Super Mario Galaxy game at some point.
I saw the movie on opening night wearing a Mario shirt, and last year I even met the guy, Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario himself.
Oh, good. We're already mentioning the voice actors that you're stalking and harassing. Good.
At Comic-Con. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Mario franchise, and I played the video games ever since I was 5, and I own so many of the games.
So does Ryan have any positive reviews you don't like? I don't like any of Ryan's reviews. Have you not played the Super Mario? No, I haven't. I didn't have a Wii, unfortunately.
And even have merchandise of Mario, so I do love this franchise. It was nice seeing the movie theater fully crowded. Like, my friends and I got the last seats.
Why? Okay, these are Gacha avatars. Why is this one stretched out?
For the movie. It almost sold out at the time we went.
Yeah, I know, Maddie. My modern game library is low.
Earlier this year, I saw Go, and my one friend and I were the only 2 people in the theater. And when I saw Hoppers, there were only 10 people. Here, it was a
Why is that relevant? What does this have to do with the public domain?
full house, and it probably had over 100 people.
Yes, it is the sequel to one of the most popular movies of all time.
It was nice seeing everyone showing support for movies in theaters again, and everyone that I saw in theater with.
Okay, the audio mixing in this is terrible. I think the music is way too loud.
He seemed to be having a good time. There were even children there dressed up as Mario. Hell, I saw some
Ryan, don't talk about children.
adults dressed as Mario as well. I'll do a non-spoiler review for the first half, and I'll warn you when we get to the second half for spoilers. So stay for the first 5 minutes, please, to avoid spoilers. Jeez, it's been a
I guess if you haven't seen the movie yet, there will be spoilers here.
long time since I've done a Star Impressions video, meaning that I review a movie after watching it for the first time, giving my first initial thoughts, and not me rewatching it to give a better conclusion.
Okay, so this vlog style of a review is kinda, sorta obsolete, and you should stop doing it.
Review. And also, this is based on the idea of a product that came out recently, like it's brand new. I think the last time I did this idea in video form was the original Mario movie from 3 years ago.
What does this have to do with the public domain?
So it's nice to get back into this. The plot for the movie is that Bowser Jr. is
Okay, good. Max took care of us. The copyright stuff is entirely Max doing. Ryan doesn't give a shit about copyright anymore, because Ryan doesn't put these on public. Thank you for the donation. We all do.
out to avenge and free his father. He manages to steal Princess Rosalina to help power his plan to help him rule the universe, and Junior wants his daddy to be there with him because he did all this for him. When Bowser Jr. was a toddler, Bowser Sr. used to read him bedtime stories of conquest and destruction. The best joke of the whole movie is the puppet joke.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. That design used for Bowser's puppet is so cute and funny. I love goofy designs like this. It
I can imagine.
just gives your product more personality.
Wait, how does he get? As far as I understand it, he's getting money from like direct donations. Mac can verify that Ryan has tried e-begging him before.
Plus, with this not being from the original Mario franchise or the games, it makes the movie stand out more. That's more or less it. That's pretty much the plot. It just gives your product more personality. Plus, with this not being from the original Mario franchise or the games, it makes the movie stand out more. That's more or less it. That's pretty much the plot of the movie.
Okay.
Just a simple versus mission.
Who is funding him? One person I know is Gumball Fan, who apparently is trying to do what Mac's been doing, but apparently has permission, so...
I heard the film was getting a lot of hate online, but
Yes.
I heard this also happened with the first one 3 years ago, and
Not exactly, no. Like, I think the common consensus of the first movie was that it was okay. It was surprisingly good for Illumination. Like, obviously some people didn't like it. Like, obviously, like, the big professional critic people in Hollywood and all that didn't like it because it's a kid's movie. But I don't think you could call the original Mario movie hated.
I guess the cycle repeats itself because, like the movie from 3 years ago that was hated but was actually fun, the Galaxy movie is also fun.
Okay, my opinion of the Mario Galaxy movie is that the pacing is garbage, and that kind of brings the whole thing down.
A bunch of people have brought up how select characters don't get proper screen time in this movie, mostly Rosalina and Yoshi. Let's do Rosalina first since that's where more people are criticizing.
Yeah, Rosalina should have gotten more screen time considering it's the Mario Galaxy movie. And I hope for the third one, they can have a plot that doesn't involve someone getting kidnapped, because that poses the problem of removing an important character from the actual story. Like, this is one of my critiques with the first Mario movie, that you couldn't have Peach get kidnapped, so you got Luigi kidnapped, and that made Luigi's presence a lot less than it should have been.
Okay, so a couple months ago, I made a video talking about 3 select movies of franchises that I love that were all getting sequels this year. Madoka Magica, Super Mario, and Toy Story. I did this based on the trailers that each came out for the...
Oh, so you made a video where you reviewed 3 trailers all together that were coming out. I wonder where you got that idea. Also, can we take a look at this thumbnail real quick? So I need to see if you could see it. Okay, I gotta remove Summer for a second. What is this thing on the bottom left here? Can somebody explain to me what that is? The thing at the top left, that looks like an egg whisk. The bottom here looks like, well, it's obviously Star, but the thing on the left looks like a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie, and the thing on the right, or the thing on the left, looks like a pie chart in front of the sun. It's a star with a sushi. Oh, that's terrible. That's the worst. That is awful.
time. Not everything was correct from my predictions. For stars, the 4th Monica movie got delayed to Dipper and Mabel's birthday.
This thing that you've got where you relate everything to a date in a cartoon. At some point, it moves from trivia to an actual mental compulsion that you should seek therapy for to fix.
Meaning that movie there will be the last one coming out instead of the first movie. Yeah, I recorded that video before I heard about that update. In the video, for the Mario section, I stated that Rosalina was gonna kick ass. I mean, the beginning of the film she did, but the rest of the film until the end has her captured. But at least she was captured because she was protecting her babies, so it wasn't for a fucking bullshit reason.
That doesn't really solve the problem with the movie, right?
And that's where the people started criticizing the film for. Like, this is the most criticism I saw the film get.
Then you haven't been paying attention. Like, even if you like the film, you got to admit that the criticism is coming from other places too.
Get where people are coming from to an extent. It feels like a bit of false advertising. I mean, at least it ain't anywhere as bad as Truth or Square from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Get more references. You fucking need them.
But if we're going to compare this to the original Mario game, it's not that much different, you guys. True, she wasn't captured, but she was stranded in space.
Ryan, so here's the fun thing about the Mario games, with their plot. They don't really kind of sort of have them. At least the platformers. It's kind of, here's the thing you need to do. Go collect all of the things or go to the place. And we'll give you a cutscene at the end about cake. You have to do something else when you're translating that to a movie.
She had to rely on Mario getting a bunch of random power stars and grand stars just to power up her ship. All she did in the first game was greet Mario in space, take him into her home, and then after Mario got the stars, she would then turn her place into a working ship to go to Bowser. Rosalina is a plot device.
Yes, yes, technically.
Guys, she's not the main focus. I always found Rosalina as
Oh, I don't deny that. You could absolutely make a good movie out of the Mario Galaxy film.
a whole fine. She's like Princess Luna from My Little Pony.
Oh, he's using Chugga Conroy footage. Okay.
A good character that gets way too much hype. You know, if I had a nickel for every princess that has a focus of space that gets overhyped, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that happened twice.
Ha 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 ha. You're funny as fuck, Ryan. You and your goddamn memes.
At least Peach doesn't get captured again. I've been annoyed with that for a while now because it's an overdone cliche. Hell, it's gotten to the point that the games themselves started making jokes on that.
Do you know it's something you didn't, Ryan? There's a concept called grandfathering. Like the Mario series is able to get away with it because it's the Mario series.
The first movie had Luigi captured, this one had Rosalina captured. Using different characters for this I'm completely fine with, as long as it's used properly and both movies did this properly. The thing I was most interested about with this movie is the music. You see,
the thing you were most interested in this non-musical film was the music. Okay, please explain.
the first movie used licensed music, and if I had any criticism to give the first film, it would be its music. I was hoping mainly for the second movie to be more grand scale. The actual Super Mario Galaxy video game doesn't use 8-bit stuff mainly, or
Oh, that's news to me. This video game on the Wii doesn't use 8-bit music. I will agree that the Mario Galaxy movie's soundtrack has a high bar to meet because the game is so famous for having an orchestral score.
electric stuff. It uses a full orchestra played by actual people. It gives it a more grand feel. Thankfully,
The original game has a full orchestra played by actual people, as opposed to generated by a computer. Ryan, you do know that the samples and stuff and the electronic sounds you get from computers were actually made and recorded by people in the first place, right?
that's what the Galaxy movie does. Not a single licensed song in this. It kept the feel. I love seeing this on the big screen. Like,
You love seeing music on the big screen. Okay, new fact about Ryan Kraleski, he has synesthesia. We are learning all kinds of fun things tonight.
the music alone is beautiful on the big screen. Just hearing it, it's so awesome. Not to mention the animation as well. That's also great to see on the big screen. It just has a lot of great, grand visual colors.
Okay, yes, the animated film has a lot of grand colors.
Especially the shooting stars. Technically this time it's not the Centennial Festival, it's just Princess Peach's birthday, which, yeah, that makes more sense for here.
Why?
Seriously, it just looks so beautiful. I don't usually praise animation
Yes, like I said.
because, well, oftentimes you can have a movie with beautiful animation but be a shitty movie like, I don't know, Weathering with You. Beautiful animation, probably the best.
I haven't seen Weathering with You myself. I can't comment, but I know that I know that his opinion has pissed a lot of people off on that one.
Looking film all time, but the
Uh,
two main characters are pieces of shit, and what they have done could have caused people to die.
oh, Ryan, I'm not.
Speaking
even
of the
gonna finish
feel, people tend to criticize the Super Mario Galaxy movie for the lack of planets, and by extension, galaxies.
that. Why did your audio skip like that?
I mean, come on, guys. There are 42 galaxies in the first Galaxy game. I don't think you can have all the planets
No, you didn't have to have all of them. You could have more than they did.
in those galaxies, let alone the galaxies themselves appear in the movie. This movie is like an hour and a half long. Do you know how long it would take to 100% the original Super Mario Galaxy game?
Ryan, like assuming that this is accurate, I don't know. The complaint that there should be more worlds is not the same as the complaint that it should have all the worlds.
In those galaxies, let alone the galaxies themselves, appear in the movie. This movie is like an hour and a half long. Do you know how long it would take to 100% the original Super Mario Galaxy game? 12 hours!
Someone's not a speedrunner.
Yeah, it's hard to condense all that into a sixth of the time.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Firefox. Let's go to Firefox and I have to do this. Speed run records Super Mario Galaxy 100%. Go to speedrun.com. Okay, top results. The world record as of now is 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 50 seconds. You can absolutely 100% go to all of the planets in the time frame of a movie, Ryan. It is absolutely 100% possible. Get good at the fucking game.
And to be fair, some of the actual planets from the game are in this. Like, I noticed this one Vine planet from Gusty Garden Galaxy in this.
Thank you for the donation. Apparently.
Although, interestingly enough, that's actually one of the optional planets. You could technically skip it and still get 100%. I still think the Drip Drop Galaxy planet appears, albeit without the eels or penguins. But there are penguins in the movie, and it was cute when Yoshi danced with them. Birds are considered dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah, I'll even one up you. I'll go to howlongtobeat.com Super Mario Galaxy. This is okay. Even that's wrong. Like, for a casual playthrough, it should take 13 hours to just play through the game. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Dinosaurs, and so it's 4 dinosaurs dancing together. I also love Peach's annoyance when she stated that they kept adding random dinosaurs to the group. Speaking of Yoshi,
what did you say?
And Yoshi dance with them. Birds are
content. Ryan thinks that the entire world wants to know about every one of his sick, trite thoughts.
They're dinosaurs, and so it's 4 dinosaurs dancing together. I also love Peach.
Saying that birds are dinosaurs is very simplified, Ryan.
Peach's annoyance when she stated that they kept adding random dinosaurs to the group. Speaking of Yoshi, Yoshi is a major character in the film. I love him in this, and he's cute, and I love when he eats the chain jump to get his teeth. I also was surprised when he took care of Mario and Luigi as babies to make a Yoshi's Island reference. Also, I appreciate that Mario and Luigi became babies for only 5 minutes and didn't do any gross out, and especially crying, which shocked me since the babies cry in the Yoshi games. Peach definitely had the most annoying voice in that.
I have no idea what you just said.
There's a Luma in this that sounds like he said fuck.
Princess Peach, I finally found you.
Oh, only flicks, okay.
And based on what I heard from the internet, I'm not the only one to think this. Is this movie trying to do what Lou Albano did in the original Super Mario Bros. Super Show where he said fuck?
Overall piece of spaghetti on your overalls.
Mario has a lot of funny bits in this, mostly of him being against Bowser, and for good reason for how Bowser was in the first film, and Bowser himself is a blast to get.
Okay.
Hey, Luigi. What's up?
Why do you need illegal theater footage? The illegal footage was of the Luma. I want to punch his avatar with steel-toed shoes. Yes, I think we all do.
Mario.
I knew he wasn't going to be small for
The only reason that he's using a gacha avatar is because he has alienated every artist who has ever worked for him, because he can't keep a friend for more than 5 years, except Jackson, who is a piece of shit.
whole movie based on the trailers, and it might have gotten repetitive if that happened. There's also a part where Bowser greets the Bee Queen, and he, becomes a slave for her, for, 2 minutes. Okay? Anything else? There's a casino scene using the Galaxy gravity gimmicks that was...
He's gonna say the thing, isn't he? He's gonna say the thing. Who wants to take a bet a bet. If he's gonna say the thing, he's gonna say the thing.
Pretty cool. I love the part when Princess Peach got a mushroom and grew big and was able to beat Wart up. That
Well, he didn't say the word, but
was nice. Also, she fights Birdo, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all I got.
of course that would be your favorite scene, Ryan. Of course that'd be your favorite scene.
Stop the video now if you want to avoid spoilers here, because from here on out, I'm doing spoilers. Alright, now I get to talk about spoilers of the film.
Funny thing, wait, okay. So now he's talking about spoilers. He just talked about a scene about the casino galaxy. He talked about the subplot between Bowser and Mario. He talked about the Yoshi's Island reference. Yeah, wasn't he spoiling the film already? Yes, Maddie. What do you like about the movie? Maddie did his own review on this movie, and you should go see that.
First spoiler to mention is that Peach and Rosalina are sisters.
Oh, okay. The twist of the end.
Let's be clear about something. Not a single product of Mario, no matter the meaning, ever established any relationship between the two. As far as what was shown, Rosalina had as much of a connection to Peach as Peach does to Daisy. Nothing. But this movie decided to make the two sisters. You know, it's funny about game
Source game theory. Oh, so you'll steal footage. Very good, man. So you'll steal footage from the theater from Chugga Conroy, but you will credit game theory. Okay.
theory in hindsight, with Pat theorizing that Peach was Rosalina's mother. Well, he sure was off the ball on that one. The game's game.
Oh, fucking tee. I feel like loading the revolver and playing Russian roulette every time that fucking tee comes by.
Rosalina a backstory in book form. In fact, the beginning of the movie kind of references that. And from what I gather, there was this Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 Switch bundle that came out last year that expanded on Rosalina's backstory that costed...
Oh, yeah. I hate that tee as well. Every single time that he does it, I feel like suing him. $70! Jesus Christ, dude.
I saw the expanded backstory on YouTube because no fucking way am I spending $70. Anyways, that backstory is how I know that Lubba from Super Mario Galaxy 2 is a woman and not a man. I thought she was a man up until last
Also, thank you for the donation. It sounds like it.
year. Even then, it never was explicit of the two being sisters. What's my thoughts on this? I'm fine with it. Mario as a whole never really was big with story, except for that one time when it was.
You mean all of the RPGs? Like, all of the RPGs? Like, just because Super Mario RPG or Mario and Luigi aren't, like, super intricate, or aren't as dark as Super Paper Mario, doesn't mean that they don't care about the story. Like, even Super Mario Sunshine takes its story pretty seriously. You know, for a Mario game.
So Mario making this decision, I'm fine with. It's not a bad twist or anything, and I've seen worse twists out there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's not like these characters were lying about their ages and then flooding a whole city for their petty bullshit.
What does this have to do with the public domain? Please, somebody who's seen both movies, inform me. What the hell does the Super Mario Galaxy movie have to do with Weathering with You? An anime movie in a completely different genre?
Oh, and just something random before I forget. I met actors from both of the movies.
Okay. Yeah, it's the... Why is this in the spoiler section?
The first movie had Charles Martinet, and in this movie, Carlos Alazraqui plays a skeleton.
Ryan is still wearing his Ryanmation reviews in public. That is absolutely crazy, because with him doing that, all somebody has to do is Google what the fuck that means, and he might get thrown out of the venue.
At the beginning of the film.
You were great! I am so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
That is not a commercial. That is cinema.
What about the accents? Is it Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect. Wahoo! Okay, I'm gonna trust you.
What the fuck?
I guess so. I guess so. Yes, sir.
All that trouble over a Yoshi.
Yeah. You know, we found the little fella and...
This is more theater footage, isn't it?
Where'd he go?
Oh, so these clips are way fucking too long. Way fucking too long.
He seemed like a nice guy.
I have to keep stopping it because he lets the footage go. And I know Mac got it up, but I'm still careful.
He knows that's my bike, right?
That's nice that I met both. Fox McCloud of Star Fox is in this.
Oh yeah, the spoiler that everybody already knew going into it.
It goes so hard on the animation rim. I love every single second of it, and I was laughing my ass off here. There are a bunch of references again. Pikmin, Rob, and Mr. Game Watch, just to name a few.
Okay, so okay, according to this review, they only put in a few of the Mario Galaxy planets, and at the same time, they put in references to a bunch of other Nintendo products that aren't Mario. Okay. I think you're shitting your own premise in the foot, Ryan.
I also love Bowser Jr. trying to stop Mario and Peach with a Mario Maker level. It's nice seeing all the power-ups coming from various Mario games, but I feel kind of bad for people that didn't play the games because the power-ups kind of come out of nowhere. Well, not so much out of nowhere, but they don't really explain what they do, like, to the audience.
Fun fact, the games don't either. like you play the original Mario game and you get the mushroom, it doesn't tell you what the mushroom does. You play Mario 3, it doesn't tell you what the frog suit does.
And, because the game...
You find an anchor, you got no fucking idea what you do with it.
I knew the power-ups because I played the games, but new people I don't think are gonna fully understand them. It kind of comes across as a Deus Ex Machina. They still look good in movie form. Heck, even Dry Bowser looks good in movie form. The ending is also fun. Both of the bonus endings, like Bowser and Bowser Jr. trying to escape, and then the suicidal Luma just comes in to ruin them. That's fun.
Oh no, he said the word. I'm gonna get taken down because he said the word that you're not allowed to say.
Daisy is in the end credits of this as well. This gives me Sonic 3 vibes when Amy appeared at the end of that movie. And if anything...
This is... Sonic 3 vibes. This is a common thing. Like, it's a cinematic technique. Dating all the way back to The Last Airbender, in which the end of the movie showcased Azula.
This is a sign that they're going to make more Mario movies from Illumination, and I'm okay with that. With these two movies, they've proven that they can keep making more, and I'm all in support for that. Heck, there's still talks of making a Luigi's Mansion movie, and I like to see that. And I also wouldn't mind seeing what Wario and Waluigi are in this universe.
This is a lot of fun.
Also, if you're making more Mario movies, please bring Donkey Kong back. I love Donkey Kong in the first movie. Kinda sad that they didn't bring him back for this. Oh well, just a nitpick. Wrapping this up, well...
Just a nitpick. That's your entire career, buddy.
My thoughts of Bowser becoming evil again? Bowser staying evil makes sense. In the film, Mario and Luigi release him, and Luigi thinks Bowser can become good, while Mario thinks...
Oh my god, your sound mixing.
The opposite. And Mario ends up being right, and I'm fine with that. But it's worth bringing up that Bowser thought of becoming good, but he cared more for his son. They have a very good relationship in this movie, and it's the best the two have ever been betrayed. So to...
It's the best the two have ever been betrayed. He doesn't play the RPGs, does he?
Conclude my overall thoughts on the film. It's not my absolute favorite film of all time. Like, it's not as good as Whisper of the Heart. But how is it compared to the first one? That's hard to say. I might change my...
I think even people who like I mean, I'd assume it's quite a rare opinion to think that the Galaxy movie is better than the original.
Mind in the future, but for now, I love this movie more than the first movie. Like, if I ranked every anime movie ever, this would be one spot higher than the first movie. And then there would...
Only one spot? Really?
Be nothing in between the two. Score, 10 out of 10, S tier.
What? It's not my favorite movie ever. 10 out of 10, S tier. It's in the same tier as The Prince of Egypt and The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Spirited Away. Like, oh, like, even fans of the movie, I don't think they're gonna say it's 10 out of 10. Oh, buddy.
If you love Mario, you're going to love this movie. I guess since I made a video on
Thank you for the donation. Yeah, this Illumination film that is a cash-in for the Mario franchise is not as good as one of the most beloved movies of the most beloved studios. Oh my god.
this movie in question, I'll do one for Toy Story 5 and Monica Magica while Perk's Not Rising when those two come out as well. I'll see you all next time somewhere in a galaxy near you. Buzz Lightyear reference.
Okay. Let's go through the credits. Because the credits are revealing, because these are the people who are going far the fuck out of their way to stay in Ryan's circle, and they're probably giving him money to see this shit. Creator and editor. The audio is fucking loud, though. Stargiant supporters. Who do we have to name and shame today? Oh, so this is a terrible credit scroll. Anna Haven, Benjamin. Oh, hello, Brandon the Brony Pony. Oh, hey, Gumball fan. Hi. Jenny. Mega Mushroom, Michelle. You see how most of these people are smart enough to use only one name? I think they're kind of aware that we're never going to be able to figure out who the fuck Taylor or Tracy is. Like, I don't know who they are. Sage Proppy is the editor. No, I think it's a different Jenny. And now we have 5 seconds of silence for no reason. There is one more video I have, but we're not going to go through it because it's too tedious and too long, and my voice is already dead. It doesn't fade to black. It does not fade to black. Let me hide the media player. Back to the Penguins, I guess. So how you guys doing? We're not ending quite yet. I don't want to sit around for a bit. Just sit around for a bit and go over things, I think. Yes, even as someone who doesn't like the movie and doesn't agree with him on it, it's a good review. I don't think I got that worked up in quite some time. So, you guys got anything to say about what we just experienced? Because I need a moment for my brain to readjust before I can talk about what I want to say. Thank you for the donation. Mario Galaxy movie. Yes, I can imagine it would. Like, honestly, because I've seen so many of them, I'm not too pissed about his Mario Galaxy review. It just is meaningless fluff that he should have never made it because he doesn't have enough opinions of his own to substantiate a review. Good luck, Grace. Hope you feel better soon. Morbius was when was the video uploaded? I assume shortly after. I assume all the movie is still in theaters. Yeah. I don't remember what in Secret Mountain for Awesome made me laugh. So what are your plans after this? Talking about something, maybe. I want to see Ryan sit down through anything Tarantino. I think he would enjoy some of those films too much. Being honest with you, what I know about Tarantino. I need water. I am going to drink my water. It's been a while since I talked for 2 hours in a row. If you thought Titan from Megamind. Before I do Johnny Test, I need to do a review of Boss Baby 2 to finally give Scarlett the story closure she deserves. Because I know Ryan is watching this, or getting someone to watch this, he's probably wondering who Scarlett is. And I really wanted to know who Scarlett is. Didn't you? No, I didn't rank Bad Guys as the best DreamWorks movie. The Wild Robot is my favorite DreamWorks movie. Uplink is a hacker simulator. I don't have the time to go through somebody's scripts on Ryan's content. I get enough of the man on my own. I really do want to see Forgotten Island, yes. I found season 2 Johnny Test better. You'll think he'll make it? No. It doesn't interest me enough in either direction to really want to talk about it. What kind of tea do you like? I don't like tea very much. Imagine a Ryan Mason review of Lesbian Space. You don't think he's not going to review that, do you? Like, knowing Ryan, he's absolutely going to make a review on Lesbian Space Princess. 100%. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. No, the Wild Robot doesn't have a pacing problem. It has atmosphere. The Mario Galaxy movie is so fast-paced that nothing gets a chance to sink in. It's just on to the next scene again and again and again and again and again. Which is not pacing. Not pacing properly. By this point, I understand most of what he's saying. Mr. Enter, how often do you think about your own mortality? Every goddamn day. What movie has the worst pacing? I have to say Empire by Andy Warhol. That has the worst. Right. You know, it's weird that okay, so everyone's talking about Lesbian Space Princess, right? And people keep abbreviating it to LSP. And every time they do that, I think they're talking about Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time. Is that just me? Or is that anyone else? Like I keep seeing it, and I can't let that go. So like if you are going to talk about the movie, I don't care what you say about it. Just please don't abbreviate it. Maybe that's how I should do the review, just in the worst lumpy space princess impersonation of all time. Maybe I am still a little bit sleep deprived. Do you think even if his fan is... Ryan's family will probably know what he's doing soon enough. I would totally watch. I gotta figure out how I can do that first. Oh, yes, a Lazy Bedhead Littlest Pet Shop recap with an impression of Lumpy Space Princess talking about the Lesbian Space Princess movie. Considering the call that he had with Mac, at this point, we're expecting him to get into, like, a car crash because of his fucking road rage. Ryan lore is like hearing a Metal Gear lore explained or a JRPG plot. You have no idea. You have no idea. And like, eventually something's gonna happen where somebody that, like, I actually know is gonna ask, what the fuck is this about? And I'm gonna have to sit there and I'm going to have to explain to them for 8 hours what the fuck this whole subplot of my life is about. Why was he even calling Mac while driving? Because Ryan thinks fourth dimensionally, and he was trying to go to 88 miles per hour. Hey, Ryan, if you did get this far, or if you got somebody to watch this far, you should really watch the Boss Baby video, and the sequel that I'm going to be making in September. Boss Baby 2. I think you'll enjoy it very, very much. Ryan was driving... Yeah, you didn't hear it? He literally, like, flipped off another car while he was doing it. Ryan's gonna claim that I ripped him off, but I didn't rip him off at all. I don't know when in September. I gotta make the Wayside video first. Yes, the Boss Baby review. No, he's not drunk. I don't think he does alcohol, actually. I know that he does the marijuana. Or at least I've heard he's done the marijuana. Right. He doesn't... No, it's like... yes, the next video is a Wayside video. Yeah. I think if Ryan is stupid, he will claim that I am ripping him off because of Scarlet. Do you think he said the N-word? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's not stupid enough to say it publicly. No, I am not ripping off Ryan at all. Scarlet was actually a creation of mine that I unveiled that I created back in 2017. As Ryan said, the art, yes. Yeah. So I revealed a couple of my creations to the private Growing Around server back in 2020. Scarlet, her name back then was Erica, but also Summer, and another one of my creations, Lily. And I told everyone there to not reveal them publicly. And the fact that Ryan hasn't revealed who these characters are publicly, these creations of mine publicly, is one of the strongest reasons that I know that he was never actually paying attention. Oh, Scarlet is definitely the better name. She absolutely agrees with it. Yeah, absolutely crazy lore. Like, I was really super serious that I did not want Lily especially public at the time. Maybe you guys will know who Lily is at some point. The fact that Ryan doesn't know who they are is proof positive to me that he was never paying attention. Yes, Lily, one L, or two L's. Lily. Lily. She's going to be very angry at me that I can't spell her name correctly. Are there any impressions that you can do? No. You got any clue why? I have no idea where the fuck that one came from. I don't think even the Kiwi farmers do that. I mean, they're both. Yes, but her name is spelled a specific way. Brock Baker. Brock Baker. Isn't that the guy that did the parody songs before he moved to China? Yes, it was a team effort to bring Scarlet to life. That was Bart Baker. Okay. Bart Baker. Thank you. I don't know who people are. Yes. Don't know why. That's the best poem. That's the best poem in the collection. Oh, Brock Baker is an impressionist. Too many... no, the short is too many cooks. Maybe... You think I could do a good impression of Ben Shapiro? Have you heard the way I speak? I can't talk that fast. I can't talk that fast. Right. Brock Baker, Bart Baker, and then there's Brad Baker. There's too many Bakers. No, I haven't seen Minions 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Who is your favorite composer? William Shakespeare. We're doing fine. Where's Tom Baker? In Tom's Diner. I thought he meant music composer. You're saying Shakespeare's not music? Are you saying that Shakespeare's not music? Did Ryan vent his game end thoughts in your server? No, but he did vent a lot of his political shit takes. That unfortunately have been lost to time. Oh, Tom Baker is the 4th Doctor. Is the 10th Doctor the one that recommends that I don't eat the apples? Or use toothpaste? Is that how that one works? Talking about nonsense again, and I hope I don't regret it. But Ryan, if you are watching this, if you did get this far, I'm really curious. Who do you think the Lily from the Growing Around server was? Not talking about Lily Orchard or Lily Lake. There's another Lily. And I'm very curious to see if you remember her. I gotta know, is there anything that we haven't heard? It was mostly about Black Lives Matter stuff. No Malone. Maybe? I think I've heard that one before. I saw a whole movie. Well, yeah, it's 2.5 hours. This is very important. And the longer that I can make this stream, the more I waste time of somebody who is on Ryan's side. That third Lily is... Again, why do you guys keep spelling the names of my creations incorrectly? You guys keep spelling Scarlet with only one T, and now you're spelling Lily with an extra L. That's not how their names are spelled. Scarlet has 2 T's in her name, and Lily is L-I-L-Y. They're very particular about how their names are spelled. I don't remember the ins and outs of Ryan's batshit media takes. Or political takes. And I'm not going to articulate... Yay! Z-Man Zach, you got it right. You guys are so funny. You guys are so funny. Ryan, stop talking about me. You'll be to cute. Darth Vader? You guys think that Ryan has seen Star Wars? It's just a spammer. With how fast he is, he's flat out admitted that he would. He's flat out admitted that if I came out to apologize to him, all of the shit that I've done to him would be water under the bridge. Like, he really has repeatedly said that he's willing to talk to us. What is Scarlet's favorite Pokemon? I have to ask her after this. And I don't know if I believe Ryan on that, because Grace has flat out said that she is willing to talk to Ryan and he hasn't taken her up on the offer. Oh, Scarlet's favorite Pokemon is Steelix, which is an interesting choice. Oh, he's not. He thinks he's done nothing wrong. Still, he just wants things to be back the way it was before, quote unquote. I'm terrible. Honestly, at some point, I'm kind of considering considering talking to him myself. I don't know if that would be, like, legally harassment, though, so I'm not going to. Thank you for the donation. Ryan is delusional. That'd be cool, Dashie. I can't wait to see it. No, you see, apparently Ryan is religious now, and he's willing to forgive because of God or something. I like clam chowder. Between, I believe Chowder, because, you're kind of supposed to see, Chowder and Panini, you're supposed to want to see Chowder and Panini together. The Cankers are just, complete danger, even within the show. Right. Ryan doesn't want to take accountability. He just wants, to be back at the height of his own life. And if he does want to talk to, Lily, she will happily inform him of how wrong he is about religion. Well, I don't think that Ryan believes that he's, Jesus yet. In his fiction, he's written as, like, a former goddess that created the world. You have missed everything. Who is Lily? Now that's the question of the night, isn't it? Ryan's favorite story from the Bible is the Prince of Egypt. Right. Indeed. Also, Ryan watched a movie about the Prophet Muhammad and thought it was about Muhammad Ali. He sounds like Christian. Yes, Ryan does. Exactly, Saint Sentry. You know how to spell the family's names correctly. Who's Lily? Not that Lily. No, God, no, not that Lily. God, no, not that Lily. Ryan is aware he has more than you and your team to deal with, right? Thank you for the donation. Yeah! Apparently he also has a feud with a porn artist named Jenny Secret. No, I don't think that, Jamie. He has claimed to be agnostic in the past. Back when he was copying everything off of me. Ugh. I'm a deist. I used to go to a Catholic school. So I know all of the stories and I can cite the exact ones as to why I'm not Catholic. Like, I could talk about Abraham and Isaac. I could talk about Job. I could talk about not peace but a sword. You believe that there's a God or an afterlife? Yeah, that's pretty much where I am. How much you want to... I don't know about that. Wow, it became 10 p.m. So, I'm not reviewing the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I don't like it, but I don't care enough to rip it up to shreds. So, anyone else have any curiosities tonight? I would assume the context is his review of The Prince of Egypt. What's your favorite cereal? Favorite cereal? I like the Reese's peanut butter cereal. That's a good one. Have you heard of a new cartoon, Goldie? No, I haven't. Thank you for the donation. Do you think Ryan could give an obsession? Yes. Next question. What do you think of the 2023 Mario movie? It was okay. It was like 7 out of 10. Okay. It was a serviceable Mario movie. Do you think Ryan is paranoid about you watching his videos? I can tell you factually that I don't know about paranoid, but he's angry about it. He's angry about it. He hates that I make so much money off of it. He's asked Mac to try to get them removed from harassment. This is not harassment. This is fair use critique. Do you plan? Yes, I do. I hope so soon. David Galactus is a cool one. Do you plan? I literally just answered that question. Do I have to type it? That is because Ryan has something called narcissistic personality disorder. And when you criticize someone with narcissistic personality disorder, they explode. Thank you, Emperor Vulcan. Like, you can ask Mac. When he gave Ryan the slightest bit of pushback during his op, Ryan would fucking just go to town. You think a hot dog in a bun is a taco or... I want a taco now. Thank you, you're making me hungry. And I already ate dinner tonight, so I can't get a taco. What if Ryan's secretly watching the stream? Oh, he might be. Or he'll... accurately, what I think he'll do is he'll probably get one of his little minions to watch the thread. And I don't care, the questions still remain. The questions still remain. I want to know if he remembers Lily. Tacos! Yay! Which one? I made a few SpongeBob videos, a couple of SpongeBob videos this year. Yeah, I'm not sure you can... I don't normally do it. I don't like doing it, but I like pissing Ryan off, so. Cheers for everyone! That was a completely incorrect impression. Completely incorrect. Oh yeah, a new revisiting old reviews. The problem is, I just don't want to make my content too self-referential because I think that's a deadly road to take. What would you say to Ryan if you had the chance? I've been talking to him through these videos, I've said it. Like, for Ryan's own good and for the safety of others, he should get chemically castrated. That's what I'd say to Ryan. Like, I'm not taking that back. Did you have heart? I always found him annoying. Always. And considering that he doesn't remember who Lily is, I know that he wasn't paying attention and didn't treat whatever he thinks we had very seriously. Would you, if I could say something to Ryan, I'd say... I want to, but the Settlesword Galactica video did absolutely terribly. And I don't know why. I'm guessing I'm just not the Simpsons guy anymore. He was good at his editing speed at the start, and then he sucked at it. Then he sucked at it. I thought you were I am the angry SpongeBob guy. I haven't seen enough of Ghost of Molly McGee to really give it my overall objective opinion. Favorite Looney Tunes character? At the moment, I'd have to say Marvin the Martian. Marvin the Martian's pretty cool. Oh yeah, the real Jim's, I think, has cornered the market on The Simpsons. How different would your life be if you never met Ryan? A lot more sane, a lot happier. I'd probably feel a lot less guilty letting what happened, feeling guilty that I couldn't catch him in the act. But because I went after Ryan, I met a lot of really good friends like Maddie and Dashy. I really do keep kicking myself that I couldn't see what Ryan was doing while he was doing it. Like, it fucking infuriates me that I just couldn't ask the right fucking questions back in 2020. And I hate that. I really fucking hate that. I had to go through so much of my goddamn writing, like, to just articulate what I felt. The funny thing about Madoka Magica is that it literally goes against everything that Ryan likes in media. He only watches it because he wants to goon to Homura. Like that's it. That is it. I think his obsession with birth names is because he's highly transphobic. Unfortunately, everyone was crazy during the pandemic, yeah. But still, you know, the OCD doesn't really care about objective reality. Did you watch Madoka? I watched the original 12 episodes. Why is Ryan so gross? I'd rather not I'd rather not theory craft. The team does have theories as to why. There are plenty of possible causes, although it's not really possible to tell because he's an unreliable narrator. Thank you for the donation. Curious, would you have talked about the KP stuff if Ryan... probably not. One of the reasons that I was able to talk about the KP stuff is because I had pulled together an investigation team, thanks to Ryan. I have no idea why Ryan likes cat dogs. Cat dog. I might be stupid, but what was the three-letter acronym you mentioned? I'd rather not say it. I'd rather not say it. Hello, Maddie. Thoughts on the Terranigma release? I hope it's an actual re-release and not like a ground-up remake like the ActRaiser one was. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be going until this is like completely 3 hours. Escaping tat. I can't speak on active investigation. I can talk about the past. That's it. Do you think humans are inherently evil? Oh no. This might be a terrible question. Yes, Mystic Mongrel is worse than Ryan. Yes, absolutely. I heard about the new Spyro. Looks interesting. I probably will do another top list at some point. I don't know if it's going to be top 25. I don't know if I'll go more than top 10. If you could turn into any animal, what would it be? A chameleon. Do you think you could get the FBI? We tried contacting the authorities twice, and apparently Blue did it another time. So yes, I know the very progressive movie from Australia. If you are a Power Ranger, what color would your suit? Blue. Let's not talk about that. I don't want to get anything pulled or anything like that. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? I would have telekinesis, like I gave my character in Forgotten Nightmares. Maybe I'd watch Skylanders Academy. I don't know what it's about. Pretty much everyone thinks that it really is only a matter of time. Like, even if we stopped completely, the guy is going to get into trouble on his own. I said just as much. And I don't know if it's the Silent Hill video or the his associates video. I played the first Doom. Okay, we're gonna be going for 5 more minutes. You got anything else? I have the power to manipulate time. The power to manipulate luck, I think, is a little bit of a cooler one. Yeah, I know that Ryan said that I was worse than the Lily Orchard. Okay, yeah, the Silent Hill video. Oh yeah, his road rage. Like, if he, like, Ryan, if you're watching this, you definitely need to get that road rage in check. Not because I care if you get into a car crash yourself, but you're gonna probably hurt someone innocent if you do that. Did you hear about... No, I haven't heard about that one. What's your favorite Metroidvania? A Link to the Past. I like Whimsicott. I like Shuckle. I like Cloyster. I wish Tropius was a much better Pokemon competitively. Porygon 2. There's Escavalier. That's 6. That's my team. Okay. Yeah, I saw the Ryan's World movie. So when exactly did he shift on Lily Orchard? When he got his own accusations. Actually, no. He shifted on Lily Orchard after Courtney came out. And hit with allegations. I can't say that they're directly related, but basically around the time that Courtney came out with allegations towards Lily Orchard, Ryan started saying that Lily Orchard wasn't that bad. I don't know if those two things have anything to do with each other. I just know that the timelines are uncomfortably close. He is a contrarian. I don't know if I'd say that. What is the best season? The entire show. Craig of the Creek is just awesome all the way through. Right, like, I have no idea why Ryan defends Lily Orchard. he stated in his own videos that Lily Orchard read Stockholm. He read some of Stockholm in one of his own videos. So either he thinks that's okay, or he admits that he was slandering someone in that old video of his. Favorite racing game, Crash Team Racing. What is your favorite Billy and Mandy episode? The Brains episode is the one that stands in my memory. It's gonna be a while before you get any additions to the actual Stargiant production story. Because you gotta wait for something to happen. I'm not here to just keep making content about the guy, believe it or not. Like, if I want to beat a dead horse, I'll make a stream like this. I haven't seen Witch, but I really, really want to. Shadrax. Yes. Wait, oh, wow. You want to piss off... Ryan! I don't like tea, but I have to say, tea tastes good. Okay, so when Ryan is arrested, or otherwise out of... when Ryan is no longer a problem, let's say, due to arrest or anything else, the plan is to make, like, a final documentary about everything that he's fucking done. Every little fucking thing. And that will be his legacy forever and ever 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 and ever. We are about to hit the 3-hour mark. I will see you guys later. The most underrated cartoon is Wish Fart. See you guys next time.